On. Is this thing on? Welcome one and all to the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 54 and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, and talk K-pop with your pals. How is everyone doing this week? Jasmine, we'll start off with you. How are you doing, girl? How are you doing?
Good.
Have any
Nothing special.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I immediately just like have anything interesting that happened to you because definitely I didn't. I
I
don't.
did not. I yeah, no. I took off Friday. I guess that's interesting,
Oh wait,
but that's about it.
have we talked since? Yeah, we talked since Thanksgiving, right? Let's see.
We
Or did we not? Yeah. No.
I think yeah, we did.
Oh,
Because it was
okay.
2 weeks ago.
True. Okay. Yeah, I guess like the beginning of December is just kind of like awkward, barren, like everyone's getting ready for things to happen or wrapping
Yeah.
up things happening when they happened like during Thanksgiving, but this is kind of just like a nothing zone. Um
Yeah.
the only thing I'm kind of doing right now is like stocking packages that I ordered for Black Friday. Cuz I'm addicted to shopping a bit. And so I did a little bit something something during Black Friday. And I think there's like cuz my sister was telling me that apparently there's a railroad strike
Oh
that's
yeah,
going to
there
be
is. Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
So, girl, these packages are finna be never coming, which is good because I'm pro the workers. So if y'all need to unionize, if y'all need to strike, whatever, whatever, let that happen. I don't mind. But I'm like, let's get these
Yeah.
packages out order for Black Friday and then we can and then we can strike. But yes, everyone, hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Drew. Hello, Princess. How you doing? Hello, Stacy. And shout outs to Stacy because I like if you're on time, you're too early. I feel like I always have something that pops up which like makes me 8,000 times late. So shout outs to Stacy. I hope you're still here, even though you came early and then I announced that I was pushing back, which is by the way, I just want to say it's completely me. It was not Jasmine. It's me. It's usually always me. So I live a turbulent life. But
I was
yes.
just gonna say it's like it's BPT.
Wait, BPT? Blackpink time?
Close.
Wait, what is BP?
Black people time.
Oh, you hear the acronym as CPT, Colored People Time. Maybe
Oh,
that's
color people time.
that's
Yeah, I
very
guess
Jim
because like
Crowy.
I'm black, so it's like this is how I
I mean,
am.
saying colored people as opposed to black people.
Uh,
But yeah.
yeah, I think colored people. I guess because it's like it encompasses everybody.
Mm,
Because I think like I don't know, we all have like a different thing
that's
going
fair.
on.
That's fair. Um, Also, hello, Pure Heart. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And also hi to Jessica. So we have a jam-packed show for you tonight. A lot has happened. We're gonna go over many topics, including what we thought of the Mama 2022 winners, which I was thinking of how that already have come and has came and passed. Like I feel like the end of this year is going so fast because I feel like we were just
Yeah,
talking about like the announcement a couple, like a show ago or whatever. We're
I also didn't know it was in the middle of the week, so I
It's
thought that was weird. It felt like it was. It felt like it was. I
oh
was like I felt like I was looking at videos of people doing performances on like Wednesday, and I
yeah,
was like, what is this? Like
yeah.
people don't do
Now
this,
that you
so I
bring
was
it up, it
confused.
was the 29th and the 30th, so it was literally a Tuesday
Yeah.
and a Wednesday,
I
which is
was like,
quite
what is
weird.
going on?
Like, don't they know we have work? What's going on? Okay, mamas, get it together.
Exactly.
We're also going to talk about, Spotify rap. It's the end of the year, so a lot of people are excited to talk about their Spotify rap. So we're going to talk about that, but as it pertains to what was on our individual list, and hopefully that those of you who use Spotify, you also have your list pulled up because I would love to know what K-pop artists or just artists in general have made it on your final, top five artists, top five songs, etc., etc. We're going to talk about the shock that was the Hyun Dawn split that happened earlier this week. And then we have some follow up on the Chew versus Blockberry creative we discussed with them, very SM Jessica style, kicking her ass out of Lunta. and thinking they could get away with it. I hope you guys are ready to sit back and relax. And I think we're going to start with Hyundai because that was really shocking to me.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, let's see, there we go. Um, on November 30th, it was announced that Hyuna and Dawn split. So what was interesting is that this was actually announced directly by Hyuna herself in an Instagram post. So in the post, she said, oops, I'm going to change the scene so you guys can see the whole thing. So in the post to her personal Instagram, Hyuna announced, "We broke up. We decided to remain as good friends and colleagues from now on. Thank you always for your support and for looking over us fondly." So I'm going to put a pin in it right there. Were they boyfriend and girlfriend or were they fianced?
I thought they were just boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's what I thought too, but then I vaguely remember it and I didn't get time to look it up because I would have if I did. Like there was like a thing where like they were wearing rings allegedly and people were
I
saying
mean,
that they might have been wedding rings.
it could be engagement. It could be
Friendship.
promise rings. I don't
Ooh,
know.
that's true. They could be purity rings, a la Jonas Brothers,
Uh,
you know?
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I was like, that's even doubly sad if they were fianced, because that would have been really cute to see, like, you know, them from dating to getting married, especially since I'm such a big fan of Hyuna. But yeah, so she announced it and it was pretty clean cut. You know, she was saying that they were going to be friends and colleagues. But of course, guys, as usual, this could not happen without some drama. So, following this announcement, you know, while everyone was mourning, you know, one of our favorite couples, there was a photo that was circulating around that was basically perceived to be Dawn making a statement about the situation. And so this photo, this statement said, Hyuna hid and lied about her past. She also secretly met with other men while we were dating. She even hid her child. She said she lived with him when she was in high school. She also had an abortion. I feel so betrayed. She lies so much, even about the trivial things. It's driving me crazy. Why y'all always trying to make Hyuna pregnant? I remember when they had the
Oh, yeah.
same.
They're like, we got to follow up with that rumor that was happening to make it like even more like scandalous.
From 2008. Yeah, I was just like, what girls are we going wild? And so as you guys probably know, this was proven to be photoshopped. And what I thought was really, really sweet is that Don himself stepped up and clarified that this was fake. So in an Instagram post the following day, he made his first, I guess, statement about the breakup and also about this fake photoshopped image of him allegedly claiming that she cheated and that's why it ended. So he said in this actual real post on Instagram, "Hello, this is Dawn. I won't talk for long, but the post is not written by me, and I will be taking legal action against the cowardly, dirty, and pitiful person who is spreading false information. Even if we broke up, Hyuna is still as precious to me and more sincere and cool than anyone I've seen, and the artist I will continue to love the most. Please don't live like this and use your precious time in a good place." So we have this official breakup with a little bit of drama. Jazz, I'll start by saying, what did you think when you heard this news?
It was sad.
Same.
But, you know, if they're friends, that's like the best way, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
to end things is like in good terms.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I feel really bad, but I feel like this is very interesting because one of the things that I thought was so unique about Hyuna, and I feel like a big reason why people are like so much mourning this is because, as you guys know, they had a pretty like in terms of like how they were like revealed to the media, a pretty tumultuous start. So they started dating in 2016, but they weren't revealed until 2018. And as some of you probably remember, it was this whole messy thing where they were revealed to be dating by a news source. Cube denied it, but then Hyuna and I believe Dawn went around and then just confirmed, yeah, we actually are dating, which resulted in them both basically being kicked out of Cube, or I guess choosing not to come back to Cube. There was a little back and forth there, but instead of being announced, being revealed, and then like basically being in like the dark, like never interacting with each other, never talking to each other, they were very open and like obvious and like proud of the fact that they were dating. They would be on each other's Instagram. They literally released a joint, what was a joint album or a joint song together. So it was really like they really rocked the world and really had like did a lot in terms of the push of normalizing K-pop couples and idols dating, because I feel like this was the first time, like it definitely wasn't the first idol couple that was revealed, but the first time that they didn't have to feel like ashamed or embarrassed that they were dating each other and like walking on eggshells and things like that. So my thing is, do you think it will be more awkward because they have been so like there's a bunch of pictures, like literally he still has pictures and photos of her on her Instagram, and you know, of course they had that album together. More awkward now that they've broke up, or less awkward because it was so obvious and they didn't hide it?
Like awkward for them.
Yeah, like in terms of, oh, Hyuna and Idan are like, you know, on the same stage on Inkigayo, like at the end stage, are they gonna like make eye contact, like, you know, that kind of thing?
I feel like it's less awkward, especially because they ended on good terms. So it's like
That's true.
you can't really say anything. It's
That's
like they're still friends. So
that's
it's
true.
not weird if they locked eye contact or whatever. I mean, you can make it whatever you want, I guess. But like, they already
Just
said they're
cheating.
just friends. Oh
That's true.
gosh.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true because as long as as long as like, and I don't mean to, you know, knock on wood, nothing comes out where it was something dramatic or whatever, and they're friends, then like, what can we really do if they don't care? Which I feel like is like pro, like hoping more idols can have relationships like this in the future, because again, y'all, I'll forever be obsessed with this couple because it was just so weird to me. Like Taeyeon and Baekhyun, I feel like they can never speak again. Even now,
That's true.
300 years
That's so
later,
true.
they cannot speak because it was just so tumultuous. But, you know, I bet like Hyuna and Dawn could probably even do another like album together. I know it would
Yeah,
get.
that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, let me jump into chat real quick to see what people are saying. Oh, and I just realized I did not bring up the little pop-up, so let me do that first. Oh wait, I think I have to open another thing. But just reading chat, Jessica says, but Hannah had talked about wanting to have a long engagement on a talk show. Oh wait, so they were engaged? Okay, everyone's saying that they actually were engaged. Ooh, okay, so this was a breaking of the engagement, which adds a little drama to it. That is really sad. I like not to pry, but I'm so curious as to what happened. Like, not to be like parasocial, but they seemed so like in love and just so like, you know, like I don't know. It just seems really random.
Yeah.
Even
Maybe because she wanted a long engagement. Because that seems like a
ooh.
interesting thing to say. Like I want a long engagement. Like who says that? But that also could just be like he wanted to get married now, and she's like I'm not ready. So they're like in different places in their life. So he's just
Oh.
like, okay, I guess it's because I feel like that's what happens with engagements. Sometimes it's like they realize it's like I want to get married now, and it's like, well, I don't want like I do
Hmm.
want to be with you, but I don't want to get married
Yeah.
immediately.
Dang. That would be even extra sad too then, because I feel like
Yeah.
that's like the saddest way relationships end, where it's like, oh no, we still like each other. We just found out that there was something that fundamentally neither of us would like, be able to compromise on. Like when people break up because like one person wants to have kids and the other person doesn't or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that's always super, or like one person wants to go back to school and like or study abroad or something, and the other
Mm,
person doesn't want a long distance relationship. That's always super
yeah.
tragic in my opinion. Oops. Okay. I did that wrong. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying. I don't know why this is so hard. I don't know, guys. I'm a little frazzled today, I'll admit. So if you see something janky, no, you didn't. Um,
I
let's
thought that was
see.
your search bar. I was like, what is going on? Why are you searching like the people in your chat?
I don't know why it's always so hard to do this thing. Like it always like messes up for me for some reason. Okay, this should be the fix. Let's see. There we go. All right. And let's see. Andre says, I don't think anything bad had to happen for them to break up. I agree it's random as F at that they broke up, but people grow apart for a variety of things. So long as they're cool with each other, it's fine. Agreed. Agreed. It's
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me, and this is completely different, but when Somi left JYP, before it was even announced that she was going to YG, how like, JYP's statement was just the very much like, yeah, we decided that, we have two different ideas of how we want to further her career, so it's a complete mutual split. And then people were like, it's because Somi is an alcoholic. Like they started like
Yeah. So true.
like people are like amicably splitting. I don't think so. Not on my watch.
Can't be that simple. Not in this world. No.
Mango has taken over me says they post each other so heavily, especially Hyuna. She took a lot of photos off her Instagram, but he still has them on his Instagram. Interesting. Because I was on his Instagram when I was trying to find a screenshot of the statement he made, debunking that she cheated on him. Um, and I did see like he has like pictures very recently of like her. Well, not very recently. I think they were actually from like a while ago, but like her behind the scenes, and he's like literally like lapping on the praises and things like that. But I did not see that that like her Instagram, and if she had deleted anything. Do you think that's
Mm,
hinting at anything?
not really.
Uh,
I feel like some people like don't want to see that on their Instagram anymore.
that's true. That's true. Okay, maybe I'm the mess. It's
I
me.
mean, I
Hi.
also was thinking like it could just further prove what I was thinking, where it's like she was just like, I want to wait, and he's just like, I want to get married now, and so he's the one that's still like in love,
Hmm.
love. So he's just like keeping his. I don't want to start any theories. So no, they're just like she just doesn't want to see it.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And also just people posting weird stuff under like, I wish you guys would have stayed
Oh
together.
yeah,
When are you guys getting back
yeah,
together? Like that kind of
that would
cringe,
be super annoying.
yeah, stuff. But I mean, that being said, I hope you guys get back together. Let me stop. Let me stop. I like it. Now, can I be meshy for a second, y'all? Can I be meshy?
Now,
Yeah.
I thought you were already.
Okay. Obviously, like I had mentioned before, this relationship is very unique and interesting in the fact that one might say the trajectory of their careers were heavily influenced by the fact that they were revealed to be a couple. So, obviously, and this was okay, no, because now people are going to say, this was one of the things that was talked about when they split. You know, Kiana was already a star, a big huge star. She's still legendary. But do you feel like this ultimately, like where do you see Dawn's career going now that they split? Let me just say that. So it's a little less meshy. Meshy beaucoup.
I don't know.
Do you think?
Producing, still doing music. I don't know.
Interesting. Because, okay.
I mean, yeah.
No, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say he could just still make it as a prominent rapper. I feel like he's very good. So it's not like Keno was like the only thing keeping him afloat. Like he got Pentagon like on the map, I feel like, with Shine. So it's like I don't know if it was just all her that was keeping him there.
Mm. Now I feel now I feel bad. Honestly, I feel like I'm heavily biased because Hyuna is my homegirl. I barely listen to boy. I maybe listen to 4 boy groups a year. Like, I'm sorry, y'all.
Mm-mm.
So to me, my interest in Don personally had a lot to do with the fact that he was connected to Hyuna. If I'm being honest, I'm not saying he's a bad singer. I'm not saying he's a bad artist. I'm just saying personally, from my opinion, that's how I saw it. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I'll say I'm probably wrong because I don't really look at sales and charts anymore. So maybe, he's out here selling and giving. But I do wonder because their brands were so heavily tied, and technically Hyuna is the bigger and more established star, you know, how this is going to affect. But like you said, yeah, he did make Shine one of Pentagon's best, biggest songs. And it's he has his own, rap style and things like that in his regard. But I don't know. I just think it's really interesting because to me, I knew him as Pentagon's Don, E-Don, and then no offense, Hyuna's Don. Like,
Wow.
with respect, with deuce, like I'm not. I hope people really.
Mm.
I hope the Donators don't come for me because
As president, we reject it. We
bye,
reject what you're saying.
bye. I'm not letting you have that. Um, but yeah, that's just and yeah, Donators, Pentagon stands. The real president, you can come forward and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just I'm gonna jump into chat to see what y'all are saying. Andre says, I've actually seen more negative stuff regarding this towards Hyuna. I saw on Twitter people blaming her for Don being kicked out of Pentagon and he lost his career and stuff. Now, to be fair, that's kind of what I was referring to when I was talking about that. But I think we all have to this is taking away Dawn's agency, I think. You know, I'm pretty sure when she came out and was like, okay, we're dating, it's not, I doubt she was like, okay, I'm going to say this and F you, you know? So they
Mm.
probably consulted it. And even if it did have an effect on his career, negative or positive, he probably was like, well, this is my decision ultimately. And if it costs me my X, Y, and Z, well, it's worth it because I don't know, I love her or whatever. I don't know. What do you think, Jazz?
I also don't know if he would have thought they would have kicked him out of the group
True.
for that. I
True.
thought that was like absurd.
Very stupid.
Like I didn't understand that. I still don't understand it. So he was probably like, "Yeah, let's just go say it because Cube's got it wrong," and then it just all went downhill from there. And he was like, "Oh no, well we're in it together."
They were probably
And now they're not.
yeah, I know. They were probably feeling their britches at the time because like Idol was popping off. Who else? Did they still have Highlight at the time or Beast?
No. When this happened?
Yeah.
So I think CLC was doing well. Idol was coming up. Uh, Pentagon was doing well. So everybody was just doing well.
Okay. So they were feeling themselves. Feeling
Yeah.
themselves. Okay. Mess. Well, look, I was gonna say look, you played yourself, but like Idol's bigger than ever. So
Yeah.
maybe you didn't play yourself, but you wouldn't.
They
Okay.
got lucky.
Yeah.
This time.
Andre also says, I think Don will be fine, probably a new label and put out music or do it independently.
Yeah. He could do like what Zico does, I feel like. I don't know, like do what's that show that Zico did that rap song on?
Oh, Street Men Fighter. I don't know why that.
Yeah, because he's like such a good dancer, so
Ooh, that'd be
he could be on
fun.
there and do
Who?
something. I don't know.
There was a
And he
member.
raps well, so
Yeah, there was a member of Infinite that was on this season. One.
Hoya? Hoan?
Hoya, I think. Yeah, Hoya.
Hoya.
Yeah, so he could do that. He
That's good.
could, yeah, that's true. There's a lot of options. Tiffany says, honestly, I found it odd that their former company only pushed him as an artist next to Hyuna instead of individually. P Nation. To be fair, when they like they were very much not shy about the relationship, but I think in the beginning they did have separate like releases and promotional cycles. I mean, they did do a joint like a joint song. And then I think there was like one point where like he was promoting his thing and she was also promoting I think Flower around the time. Like when he was promoting that Money song, I feel like she was also promoting
Oh
something.
yeah, when they first came back, I think that's their first one, isn't
Oh,
it?
was it?
Under
Oh,
P Nation.
maybe you're right
I
though.
thought it was like Flower.
Hmm. Ooh, okay,
I
maybe you're
thought it was that.
right.
I thought she also came back without him though
I know
recently.
she did. I know she had comebacks
Yeah,
without him, but I don't like and to be fair, like that one was just like they were coming back at the same time. I don't think it was as joint as like when they actually had like a joint. But maybe I'm misremembering. Huh. But if that but you know, it was enough to like kind of associate them. So I wonder if that
yeah,
was like but to be fair, I feel like again, they really like liked each other. They didn't mind, you know, being associated with each other or showing, you know, that they're in love and hang out. So maybe that was also they were like, yeah, let's just do this together because I want to hang out
yeah.
with them, you know.
I also just thought it was like since it was their first comeback together, it was like solidifying. It's like, oh, we're still together.
Ah,
We're coming back together. This is it. And then after that, I felt like they weren't going to do it that way from then on. I thought it was
hmm,
just like a first go,
yeah,
just to let fans know like we're still going strong. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It was very risky though when they did like ping pong because I was like, okay, not to be like, you know, because you never want to think when we break up or if we break up, but like that's always a possibility. So like obviously they're friends, but it's like like if they get married to somebody else or something, it's awkward when it's like now this is next up at my concert is the song Ping Pong I did with my fiance. Like, is that not awkward?
I guess it is. I feel like there's a lot of not a lot, but there's several other artists that been like together and then broken up,
Oh, that's
but they've
true.
done music together.
That's true. G and Halsey. The
I also think what is that Jack White from what's that band? I was just watching something about him, but he was like he had a band with like his wife, and they like divorced
oh
like 2 years
gosh.
later.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah. That sucks for that. Always sucks for the other band members because it's like, hey guys,
I
still want to do this.
think it was just the two of them. I think so. I think it
Hmm.
was easier, but still.
Okay, interesting take from Stacy. Don went from being the main standout member, especially since he helped with writing their songs, to being Hyunah's boyfriend. I'm looking forward to what he does now that this title is gone. Hmm. Very
That's so
now.
bad because I never thought of him that way.
No, I will say now, Stacy, do you consider yourself more of like a girl group stan or Hyuna stan? Because the thing is, I that's kind of how I felt. But I also 100% see the fact that I'm very biased. I'm very girl group oriented, girl soloist oriented. So I like because I was never really checking for him to begin with, he's going to come off as Hyuna's boyfriend. I'm sure there's a lot of people, especially maybe who got into K-pop later in the game, who see Hyuna as Edan's boyfriend. I mean, okay, that would be misgendering
No,
her.
that'd be wrong.
Okay, see her as see, you know what I mean. You know,
I
um,
just thought they were just individual people.
mm,
Because they both seem like they just had identities to me,
that's
like
fair.
separately.
That's fair. Let's see. Uh, Going over, Mango says, I wonder if they left Psy because they were already having issues with one another. Being so closely
Mm.
tied together made their relationship suffer. Maybe leaving the company was their last attempt to make their relationship work. Interesting.
Hmm.
That's an interesting theory. I mean, hold on. I think something is like I keep something keeps unplugging, plugging. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, that would be a really interesting thing. I know in the pandemic that was a thing. Like it ruined a lot of relationships because people had to like work from home and stay home 24/7.
Yeah.
Um Completely unrelated, but I was talking to my coworker. She's currently looking for a new apartment to live in because her like
Mm.
last living situation. Like her roommates and her didn't get along. So she's looking for like, somebody else to live with. And so we work remote. So one of the people that she like went to go see the house, they're like, you would be perfect, but because you work remotely, you would be home too much. And that's too many people home at the same time. And I'm like,
What?
ain't that the point of having a home? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You're here too
Also,
much?
they have a room, right?
Exactly.
Hold on. Well, you think I'm just gonna be sitting out like everywhere? I can go in my room.
Like, who says that? You're gonna be here too much, and it's making me uncomfortable that you're actually using the place you live. That's
At
disrespectful.
least they're honest, though.
Yeah, but I just thought
Instead
that
of you live there and they're just side eyeing you every time you leave your room. So you go to the bathroom, they're like, I was about to use that.
was.
I think you have to leave.
Okay. Okay, Andre says he had money, she had flower shower. They did the joint album and then she came back more than he did. Ah, okay. Hmm.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Okay, and then Cece followed up. I prefer guy groups, but I meant that every time I saw Dawn being brought up in conversation, how was only meant always mentioned. I
Mm.
mean, I guess that's kind
Were
of
you the one bringing up the conversation? I feel like it was you, Jay.
maybe. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. I feel like, and because they're so open about it, it's kind of bittersweet because people are like, okay, it's not a taboo topic to bring up, so why not bring it up?
Yeah.
Because that would be a cute headline regardless. Um,
Mm.
So it's all very interesting. But I guess overall, I wish them the best. Hopefully people aren't weird or try to harass them or try to uncover some type of story to make this more juicy. Because even if there is like something, if they don't want to share it, then that's their prerogative and they don't have to delve into the situation anymore than what they have. So, I wish them the
Yeah.
best. And I think I forget who it was it Stacey who kind of, angled the fact that, some people may have seen Dawn as Hyuna's boyfriend. So now without
Yeah.
that kind of, tag, this could in a positive way be a great way for him to kind of show a different side of himself, and make that kind of way for him. So I mean, oh wait, it wasn't you, Stacey. Oh wait, okay,
Nope.
well whoever said it. But yeah, so good for
It
ooh,
was a mango.
okay, it was Mango. Sorry. Shout outs to Mang. So yeah. Woo, my notion is acting up. All right, so moving on to the next topic. So as you guys know, it is 2022, the end December, last month. We only have a couple more weeks until 2023. And so one of the most anticipated things I feel like on the internet is Spotify Wrapped. So if you guys don't
Oh.
know what Spotify Wrapped is, or if you don't have Spotify, it basically is this compilation that Spotify makes of your top songs, your top artists that you listen to from that year. I think it also has top genres. It also has like top podcasts too, which I feel like nobody cares about except me. But that's beside the point because in addition to like your individual user Spotify wrapped, they also have, overall Spotify wrapped list, like what was the top songs played in certain genres and things like that. When they released the whole Spotify wrap thing, they also released the top, I believe it was top 100. I only collected the top 10, but I think they have the top 100 Spotify or top 100 K-pop tracks of 2022. So I just wanted to take a look at the ones that they had here, because I thought it was a quite interesting makeup, especially because some of these songs are from 2000 BC. Girls, we need to get over it, all right? We need to look towards the future. So do we want to just go through the list? So this is globally. So out of all the K-pop songs listed under the K-pop genre that are available on Spotify. So one thing is the TT remix is not on Spotify, so it never got its chance to shine because I know it would be number one. All right, but it's not on Spotify. What's up with that, JYP? Put that on Spotify. Anyway, sorry, that's another gripe for another day. All right, so do we want to start with the fact that BTS is 9/10 of this list? Like,
Yeah. Also, three of them were like 2 years ago. Well, actually, okay. One of them's like 3 years. Is it 3 years ago? Dynamite.
2019 was it? Was Dynamite before the pandemic? Yes. Dynamite, BTS. Oh, it was 2020. So 2 years ago.
It just feels like so long ago.
You're like still. But
Because
yeah.
I'm over it. I'm sorry. How is that number one? Like, I'm so sorry. They overplayed the mess out of it in 2020, and then we're still doing it. Everybody, we need to stop. We need to move on. It was good in 2020. We leave it there. We just go on.
I will say, because I always gotta be the army out here, the designated army. Dynamite is a fun song. And
The butter's even better. Also, I still don't want to hear that either.
not to be like it's better, but still get that out of here. Um, it is interesting though that two songs from the previous year from BTS are topping, or three songs from the previous year. Yet to Come was this year. So yeah, three songs
Oh yeah.
from previous years of BTS. But I just feel like both of them are like, oh, I don't want to say quality wise, but BTS, like they have some really good songs. So obviously Dynamite and Butter, they're up against the lot. So like when it comes to the best made and produced and like most complex and interesting songs, Dynamite and Butter are nowhere near up there. But they're like so Spotifyable, right? Short,
Mm.
sweet, you never are not in the mood for them. They're fun, they can be workout songs, they can be like early morning songs, they can be like just walking to school, so I can see why they're here. A lot of replayability.
Is Dynamite in English?
Yes, Dynamite and Butter and British and Dance are all in English.
How are they on this list? Because technically,
Interesting.
while BTS is K-pop, I honestly, when you sing completely in English, I'm just like, that's just pop. Then you're just singing pop music. I don't know.
Interesting. No, because weren't you
It's-
talking about there was this whole drama because like
yeah.
J Hope, what was it? Because I really did not understand. I'll be
I
honest.
didn't understand it completely. I think it was like J Hope got best like top listened to artists on Spotify, but it should have been Jungkook or something because Left and Right was listened to the most
Mm-hmm.
out of all of everybody. But I guess they didn't count it as K-pop
Mm-hmm.
or something. I don't know. And they didn't count what's that other one? The Coldplay song.
Uh-huh. No,
And I was yeah.
are all of them on the Coldplay song, or is it just the singers?
It's just isn't it just Jungkook?
Oh my God, I don't. No way.
All I remember is his part because his part's the best part.
I don't even know how to look that up. Who is on Universe and who is not? But that'd be interesting. Yeah, that was like like what was counting, like what they counted, but that's very interesting. I mean, people always have that debate, like what is K-pop really? Like, is it like people say it's a genre, but like there's a lot of genres within K-pop. Like you could do pop, and that can be like groups that do pop are considered K-pop. Groups that do like maybe slower ballady music, would people still call them K-pop? Groups that do more like hip hop rap oriented music are still called K-pop. So that is a very interesting thing. Like if it's a K-pop group but they're singing in like a different language, would it be considered K-pop still or J-pop? I mean, sorry, K-pop or pop music, or
Yeah.
because like I feel like when K-pop groups do like sing in Japanese, it's people call it J-pop. Although I've seen the popularization, especially in like J-pop communities of JK-pop, where it's like a Japanese group, whether they're full or not, but they're very heavily inspired by K-pop or produced by like a K-pop company like Nijiu, yeah, or
They consider them K-pop?
JO1. They call it JK pop.
Mm,
Yeah. So I don't know.
interesting.
That's interesting though.
But this Dynamite doesn't even sound like I mean it can be I guess a K-pop song. It could sound like one, but it just sounds like also just pop music to me.
Yeah. I
So does
mean,
butter.
yeah. Well, I guess the whole thing, K-pop is literally just Korean pop. So it's like the pop genre, but sung in the Korean language. So
Yeah,
if
that's
that's
what I
why we're
thought
going,
it
but
was.
then people also, and I think this is reasonably so, look at K-pop as like a style of, I don't even know, like a, not a culture, but like a whole, like it's like the music, but then also the looks and the videos and like the way that, like, when you promote a song, how you do it and things like that. So it's like an all
Then that takes
encompassing.
away from the actual music.
I guess that's
That's
true.
like outside of the actual song in my head.
How
Because I could see One Direction singing Dynamite,
That's true.
like when they were a solo group.
That's true.
So,
But then
but they would be pop in that case.
huh. I guess is I can't remember. Is Lisa's Money is all in English too, if I
Is
recall.
it?
I'm pretty sure. I need to drop some.
I don't know.
Oh wait,
That's all I know.
no, actually, yeah, I think it's all
Hmm.
in English. So then that also wouldn't be
And take that
K-pop.
off so I can see a different music.
So if we
I
start,
want to
and
know
then
what
one of the
else
songs
is
actually
something.
Pink Venom. Actually, is Pink Venom all in English? I don't even remember.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no, yeah,
I don't
okay.
think so.
That's so interesting. Yeah. Oh, the artistry. Mango. That is such a good word. Yeah. So Stacy says, I never thought of all English songs no longer being K-pop before. I mean, it's an interesting thing to consider, but I feel like the what we're really looking at is what constitutes something being K-pop. Is it just that it's pop music sung in the Korean language, or is there like, this is covering me? Is there like you know, more to it? And I feel like there's been discussions about this before.
Yeah.
But I think like with as it constitutes a list like this, it's a very interesting thought. But I think Mango saying the artistry as what kind of defines K-pop is a good word, because I feel like it encompasses a lot. Um
So if a English singer is saying a Korean song, like a song in Korean, it's still just pop.
I mean, I I just need to drop some money, drop some money. It's like, no, I don't know. I do not know. That is such a good question. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not even sure. Okay, I flipped myself there.
Did you just flip?
Yeah, I flipped because it was weird because I was looking this way when I was like looking this way to make sure.
Oh,
I might flip
I
you
just saw you
for.
go like, whoop.
But yeah, very interesting. Um Mango though says, not gonna lie, I don't consider the English songs K-pop. I mean, but sometimes though, it's not only the fact that they're in English, but they're different. Like, for example, it's weird, but like I don't think like something like the Phils Twice would make a song like that in Korean. Or
Who?
like when like specifically like when Boa came out with like
Oh yeah.
her English attempt at like the American market. That was very unique. I mean, definitely there were some songs that fit Boa. Like some of them were literally just English versions of Korean songs that she had already did. But I don't know. That's such an interesting thing, because I know for Japan, if it's not just a remake, a lot of the times, like, you have people, there'll be a K-pop artist, and you have people that never touch their Japanese music because they're like, I don't like how this sounds,
Yeah.
because it's very catered to like that market or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Princess. Yeah, maybe it also has to do with the music market slash audience it's catered to, very much so, I think.
Then at the end of the day, that makes Dynamite pop, right? Because I feel like it was catered to just pop.
I think that's fair. I think that's very fair, because I definitely think when I heard this, I was like, not that I don't think BTS would ever make a song like this, but
But they wouldn't do it in Korean.
yeah, I definitely think this was a song that was done in a certain way to try to mass appeal to like the American market.
Yeah.
Um, oh, excuse me. Ew, I'm burping gross words. Sorry, guys. I burped in your ear.
It's natural.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, please no.
Now I'm shy.
Not that natural.
um Andre says, see, it feels like the goalpost always moves when it comes to defining K-pop. For me, it's pop music in Korean, like J-pop is pop music in Japanese, but the definition is so broadly defined. I think it's because pop music itself is such a weird thing. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's like even when you
It's so
say
broad.
exactly, even when you say pop music, like obviously Japanese pop music, Korean pop music, they both have and pop, they both have like that pop music, which is like popular, right? But even then, what's popular in one country is not necessarily what's popular in another country. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's so like fluid because every part of that description is very fluid aside from the language like denomination or whatever um in it.
Yeah.
Dang. Not I
So I
speak.
guess I do. I don't know.
I
They could
mean,
just be there, I
yeah,
guess.
I was
It's
gonna
just all.
say.
It's just. I want some newer songs in there. All we have is Pink Venom and Love
Yeah,
Dive
I was
and
gonna
Shut.
say it's literally like
I'm with you is kind of
75%
new.
BTS, 20% Blackpink, and then like 1% is shared between literally just IVE.
Yeah.
Literally just IVE. But I guess this, I mean, I don't know if anyone has been debating this since like 2016, but I guess this solidifies the most globally popular artists are BTS and Blackpink. Woo! Listen, Twice stands. I'm here for us. Let's grow our girls so they're number one. I went
I have
uh
to do something, another English song,
I honestly I slandered
and promote it more.
I was gonna say they had a lot of English songs on a Formula of Love, and they were really good too. They should have I don't know, the feels that was interesting. But I don't slander. I don't slander as much as I used
Mhm.
to. Um Andre says, but shout out to Av and Blackpink for being the only females on the list. Yeah.
Blackpink's like half of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Very interesting list though. But yeah, so those were the songs y'all liked the most. If y'all don't like this list, blame yourself. No, just kidding. Um
No, no.
I'm just yelling
Give
at
your
y'all.
ears.
Be the change you want to see in the world. But
I don't think I can change it that much. I feel like there's probably like millions of listens per Dynamite.
that's
I
true.
can't be the change alone.
We have to try. Somebody program a bot to stream
We also have to.
Tan do do do.
Oh my gosh, we should have. We should have. People would have, like, you know how great that would be? A little, tiny little group rising to the
That would
top
be very cute,
that nobody knows from a
admittedly.
nobody company,
That would be
you
very
know?
cute, admittedly. So next I wanted to talk about, and now that we've seen what was top for K-pop in general, and you guys can check, I think you can just Google it and you can check out what the full list was to see if any of your faves made it, or just to see if there was any non-Blackpink and BTS group besides IVE that made it. But I also wanted to go through the me and Jazz's individual K-pop list. So what we did here is that they show you basically your top 100 played songs of the year. So what we did was basically just go through and find all the K-pop ones and see what would be our top 10 K-pop songs of the year. Now, Jazz, you were really smart. You put what place they were for yeah, that's a smart idea. I did not do that, and I don't think I screenshotted when you did this. So you might have to fill in the blanks for people, but yeah, so these are our lists. We'll just do back and forth with like one, two, three. Let's see if we can. Let me know if you guys have trouble seeing this. I probably should have made this a little bit smaller. All right, so these I first of all, I would like to say once is it's not what you think. All right. I don't know. Somebody hacked into the mainframe of my Spotify account and started streaming Kepler and Red Velvet to make me look bad, but I am a once, okay? I really want to beat these fake stan allegations. So please just ignore what you're about to see here.
I will say that for Rebel Loves, I hacked into her account and I listened to Rebel. All those listens are me, except for Queendom. I'm so sorry about Queendom.
How dare you?
It's not from me.
Queendom is iconic. And just for the chats or the questions from Stacy and Pure Heart in the chat, yes, it does extend past top 5. I think I actually had top 10. I actually had top 11. I'm realizing I should have maybe got to top 12. I think it's top 100. So yeah, you'll see in it, and it's like a cute little playlist too that you can use if you have Spotify. All right, so should we start with 10 or 1 for our
I guess
list?
one.
Okay. Um, so somehow, actually, let me give. First of all, I spelled Kepler wrong. But let me give credit where credit is due. The girls ate with Watata. I don't know. Watata was just, it did something. And to be fair, I'll say that a lot of this is biased to upbeat fast songs because I mostly use Spotify when I exercise. So, I'm
Mhm.
not going to listen to Dio's Rose, okay, when I'm running on the treadmill. It's just not going to happen. So a lot of these were just giving what they needed to give in terms of making me pumped. And Warada was just magnifique. Okay, let's see. EXO
Wow.
through and through. Look at you.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it's just a good song. To be honest, it's just so good. Like I don't know if anyone's listened to it, but you should listen to it. It's the best song on his album. Like Peaches was like but I'm glad it brought me over to listen to this song throughout the year. And luckily he came out in January with this song. I mean this album cuz like literally I had all of 2022 to make it my
I
top.
was gonna say,
So yeah.
I was gonna slander you for not having Schumann, but he came out with that song 75 seconds
I
ago.
will say I went through and like listed I like saw which ones like my other K-pop songs that are in my like top 100
Hmm.
and Schumann's there. So, you know,
She's lying,
he's
y'all.
there.
She's not. She's lying. She just listened to
He's
that
up there.
twice and then she just deleted it from her playlist. She's lying. That's okay.
How dare you?
Um, okay, moving on. Number 2, my G Idol, My Bag. Now the thing is, I loved that whole album. Again, I am very like
Mhm.
pro Tomboy. Even as an IVE stan that hopes that they sweep for the Song of the Year day songs, I would not be upset if Idol pulled like a couple as well. But off that particular album, My Bag was just again very very just upbeat, very just good beat, good flow, It just was a really
Mhm.
good song and it was really, really cool. And for some reason, it really reminded me of Seven Rings from Ariana Grande, even though those songs are like, melodically two different songs, like the vibe of it. I don't know why.
Mhm.
I think it was because she said red 5 diamonds in my bag and it was like kind of in reference to Idol. Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. All right, Jazz. I will say when I saw this, I was like, okay, put your money where your mouth is because
I told you, "Do Do Do" was such a great song, and I loved it. And also, they were lucky that they also came out with this song early on in the
yeah.
year, because I was like going back to back with "To Be Honest" and "Do Do Do," like all of 2022. But like, yeah, that's like it's such a good song. And if you still haven't listened to it, even though I've said it multiple times on this podcast, you should listen to it because it's a good song.
It is
The
very
beat's
good.
good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Next up for my number 3, Got the Beat, that the female answer to or what is it?
Job.
Sperm,
Please
as
don't do
Super
this.
M. Um, the thing is, and Andre will know, when this song dropped, I did slander it. I said it's giving
Did
pick
you?
me, it's giving a little pick me, and it's giving mess, right? And I was like, but this is good because that means Jopping outsold and Jopping still remains supreme. But
That's why you said it. You just had shopping in your head. You're like, I don't really care what these girls have to say. Like,
but
oh gosh.
after a while, I mean, the thing is, vocals. They had Wendy, they had Taeyeon, they had Sugi. Like they had a lot of good vocalists that I like how they sing, and it's like one of those songs where when it's very not avant-garde, when it's very unique, it takes a while to digest. That's why I always say that when people say, oh, if you have to listen to a song multiple times before you decide that you like it, you're forcing it, you're just trying to brainwash it so you can say you're like your fave song. And I'm like, no, especially when it has like a unique structure or it's doing really like something really something really interesting with the instrumental or the chord progression or something. It takes some time for me to digest what I'm listening to and then see if anything actually pulls me. And I think that's what happened with this song. At first I was like, okay, this is a whole hot mess. Why are they not making Miss Boa do this? Why is she wasting her time? But then I was like, no, this eats a little. Yeah.
It does. That's also, I think that's in my top 100. So,
Hey.
yeah. So my third one is Zoom by Jessie. I just like that song a lot.
Zoom it. Zoom it.
It's such a, I don't know, I like the vibe.
It is a
Like
fun
everything
song.
about it.
She's really
It's
good.
very TikTok.
Oh my gosh, yes. Did it have a TikTok trend with it?
I think I was watching somebody discuss like bad songs, and
Mhm.
for some reason Zoom was on it, and then they were saying like it's such a TikTok song and it's so basic, and I was like, that's interesting. And then she was like, I think said it was like a TikTok trend at one point. I was like, I missed this
Ah.
whole entire trend. I don't know, but yeah, I like that song.
I think was it like a TikTok Korean trend? Because I feel like it's so interesting,
Maybe.
like like nationally, the different trends that happen. Because it's like, yeah, you
Yeah,
have to really be tapped in what's going on in like certain countries and stuff to know what trends are happening
yeah,
there. Um,
that's true.
all right, so this is my first faux pas. Queendom by Red Velvet. Why am I streaming the ops? I'm so sorry twice.
How dare you? They're not the enemy.
I'm
They
so
are the friends.
sorry. I can't believe I'm streaming the opposition like this. I know.
How dare.
But I loved Queendom. And that's how I know I'm not a Rebel of. Like, have you ever done that? And chat, you too. Like, you're a stan of a group or you really like a group, and then you go on their Spotify page, and presumably, like, the top five are always like or like the most popular five songs that people are listening to. And I'm just like, what are y'all doing? What are these
You
top
don't.
fives?
You somehow don't like Psycho, and Psycho's like
Oh,
peak,
it's
peak. I'm kidding. No, they have so many peaks. So it's one of their peaks.
I didn't get that was like the song. Like when people are like, oh no, like it sucks that Wendy got hurt because this would have been such a big comeback for them. I'm
Because it
like,
was such a
it's
good
not good.
song. Everything about it got me feeling like a psycho. Like the vibe that everybody looked good. It was just everything.
It was just too
The high
snoozy.
notes.
It was snoozy to me. Also, yes,
How
Korean
dare.
Supremacy. It's such a like fun, upbeat song, and that big da ba da boop ba ba da ba dancing queen. I'm like, yes.
It's just such. Ugh. The fact that it came after Psycho, and I was just like, I've been waiting a year and a half for this. No, no.
And I
I don't
was
hate
like,
Queendom, but I was just like, it's just. It was brought down by the expectation.
all right, what's your number four?
It is Beatbox by NCT Dream.
Boo. No, just kidding.
How dare you? How dare you? Such a good song. I'm surprised. I was looking at my top 100 and I was surprised Glitch Mode wasn't there, but it's not. But Beatbox is because I was obsessed with that for a good like month.
That's another thing about
So,
these lists. It's like if you were just super obsessed with a song for like a concentrated amount of time and played it enough, even if you
yeah,
then forgot about its existence, it like could place, which I think is really, really interesting.
yeah.
All right, let's pick up the pace just so we can have time to go to the other songs. Let's do like two at a time. So five and six for me, Electric Shock and Good Boy Gone Bad by TXT. So Electric Shock, that's that. Like, what do you
Good song.
mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Like, of
That got
course.
me into girl groups for a second, and then I realized not all girl groups are like FX, so took
Hey,
me out.
Muse is like, and that's on period. But yeah, iconic song, so good. I'm just like, ugh, that's just so good. And then Gone Bad Boy, Good Boy
Good
Gone
song.
Bad, good song. And I will say I had a cute little Moa era because of this song. Now I've always kind of flirted with the idea of being a Moa. Um, this is the thing. I for some reason I struggle to get into boy groups in general, but then like newer boy groups too. So even though TXT is not even that new, really, when it comes to all the boy groups that are debuting all the time. But I kind of just was like, okay, I like songs like Blue Hour, like I have like little songs I like with that from them here and there. And but when I heard this, for some reason, like the dance, the visuals, the song, the guitar, like everything about it, I was like, this is iconic. And I
It's
will
become a boy group, Stan. It's okay.
never
Just let
that.
it be.
No, not in this lifetime. But just kidding. I say that as I like literally stand two boy groups like very heavily like in my life.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was just really, really good. And yeah, I was in MOA era. I mean, I was in MOA stan, and I was literally going through all their old songs, and I was like, oh my God, they're so good. And then what kind of killed it was when I tried to get tickets to their concert and I didn't. And I was like, maybe I should.
Not. And then it ended.
And that's where I closed that chapter. No, I still listen to the song, as you guys can probably tell, and I still really like their music.
Yeah.
I was just bitter. Oh,
Well, my
oh, sorry.
what?
Oh, I was just gonna answer the question real quick. Pure Heart asks, "I'm curious, what are the two boy groups that you stan?" So I'm kind of like on high.
Enemies.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of on a bit of a hiatus, but I was a big XOL from like 2014 to like maybe 2000 like 16, 17, and then like I became an army maybe like, I mean, I was into them from like 2015ish, but I became like a full blown army from like 2007. No, probably 2016 to like 2018. And now I still like both groups, but like I was hardcore standing at that point. But
Mhm.
yeah. But Jasmine, what are your 5 and 6?
Dreams Come True by aespa
Boo.
and B. How dare you? When you know you like that song, how dare you? You were out here doing the dance. Like, but yeah, good song. B by Unya. I randomly I was like, I had a phase where I just got back into liking Eunhyuk, so I was like looking at a lot of his stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, you know, he did he ever go solo for a second? And then I realized he did last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, let me listen to his actual song, and I actually liked it a lot. So I played it a lot in like one month. I was actually looking at my statistics for the last 6 months for
Mm-hmm.
Spotify because apparently you can download an app that tells you, and this was my top like for like the last 6 months be my own yeah. So I was like, that's
Okay.
interesting. I don't
Uh-oh,
know
with
about that,
Shumin,
but hey.
with the fact that
What?
Shumin just released an album with, dang,
Well,
okay.
6 months. I think like I was literally streaming the mess out of this song for a good like month, maybe two.
Um,
I'll give myself two.
yeah, they should like factor that in. Like if there was like something that had heavy concentration versus something that was like consistently played throughout the year.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. All right, for my 7th and 8th. So right now I would like to apologize because I do have a Zico song on here, but you have to understand it was part of Men Street Fighter, and this was also something that was like a trend. So for Street Fighter, they had this challenge where the leaders had to choreograph a dance to a song, and so the song was this song "New Thing" by Zico featuring or Zico and homies. I don't know who the hell homies are, but they were there too. And
They're
so
homies.
so the winning dance was by Vata, who I don't know what, I forget what crew he was associated with. But the dance was so catchy, it ended up going viral. Similarly to the dance that Node from, I forget what her crew was last year for Women Street Fighter. Or it wasn't even last year. Was it 2 years ago? I forget. Whenever Street Women Fighter was, there was a dance that went viral during the same exact challenge. And so I thought that was so
Mm.
weird because the songs kind of start very similarly. So I was like, this is weird. But yeah, I became obsessed with the dance, and then I like it's a very short song, so it's very streamable. And then Frost by TXT. Similarly, I actually had liked Frost before Good Boy got Gone Bad came out, but then it kind of reintroduced me to listening to it again. But it has a similar vibe to Good Boy Gone Bad. So yeah.
What is it? Seven
Yeah, 7 and 8.
and eight. Okay. So my seventh was Universe. Let's Play Ball by NCTU, which also got the treatment of like having come out, I think, I think a year ago, basically. So I had even longer to listen to the song. So, because it's from like 2021, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
from the 2021 album. So it's a good song. It's not my favorite from them. I don't know how I got to the top. I think I just listened to it a lot. because it was my favorite from that album.
Mhm.
Then there's Shivers, which
This
I wasn't sure if it actually counted because it's technically an Ed Sheeran song, but then there's a remix version with Jesse and Sunmi, and
mhm.
like honestly, better than the original. I like Jesse's
Ooh.
rap. Sunmi sounds good on it. I was like very skeptical when it was coming out, but I was like, wait a minute, I'm like Jesse's rap just sounds so good on it. I was like,
Mhm.
the whole thing's good. And every time I hear the original Shivers, I'm like, I'm always doing their parts because I'm like, this is just better. So yeah.
That was actually going to be my
You haven't listened.
next question.
Hmm?
If you, I was actually going to be my next question because I know you like Ed Sheeran, so I was like, do you listen to this version more than the original?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
That's why. Yeah, I don't even think the other Shivers is up here.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. And then let's just round off the last four. So my last four is Pretty Savage, which is a Blackpink song that came out on the album like 2 years ago. So that's an old one. I just really, really like that song. The raps are really catchy. Bad Boy, Bad Red Velvet. Again, Jasmine hacked into my Spotify to listen to this. I'm not quite sure
You know you like
why.
Bad Boy,
Because yeah, I actually
which
think that's
I'm surprised. I was just thinking this. You don't like Psycho, but Bad Boy and Psycho are like the same tempo and the
absolutely,
same vibe.
absolutely not.
I didn't realize that until today. I was like listening to Red Velvet and they came on after each other and I was like, these are literally the same, like they're both velvet. They're both the same like type of cool,
Absolutely
like
not.
kind of I'm just saying.
You are
I don't
slandering Bad
know.
Boy right now because
I
Bad
think you
Boy,
just need to like think of Bad Boy while you listen to Psycho, and then you'll realize,
mm,
wait a minute,
absolutely not.
Psycho's good.
Bad,
In fact, it's fantastic.
Psycho's like okay, and Stacey act wait, you don't like Psycho, so it's not like I hate it. It's just that like to
I
me,
know.
it's like a okay, like it's just not very
It's
catchy to
there.
me. Yeah, basically, it's there. It's not very catchy, but Bad Boy has been iconic. I always say this. I remember when I was in my toxic stan era, and I was like, okay, like people keep slandering twice on behalf of Red Velvet. And so when Bad Boy came out, I was literally so mad because I was like, this song is so good. This song is
So I just
too
like thought
good.
of that. You know that Arthur meme
Yeah,
with the
the
fist?
fist.
That's what I was seeing you doing. But you're like listening to like Bad Boy
I
at the
was
same
like,
time.
no, why is this a pop? I was so upset. And then I have Cold Blooded by Jessie. Funny enough, this also was a song that was used in Street Woman Fighter. There was a challenge where they all their squads had to choreograph a dance for a song, and this was the song that was used. And ever since I'm more obsessed with like the watching the music videos, so like it probably would be higher because I probably watch it more on YouTube, like when I watch the music video. But I really like the song. And then finally, 11 by the podcast Dwatas. I've
Oh,
because
that's why you
period.
added your 12.
No,
Because you wanted to, okay, 11. And she, like, we had top 10. And the only reason I put 12 is because I wasn't sure if Shivers and the Baddest actually were considered
how dare you?
K-pop.
How
But now, and she was like, I did not even put IVE. They're not even in my top 10. But IVE is for me. So my my 9 is The Baddest by KDA. I just like that song.
it's a
I don't
good
even
song.
know. I think what's her name? What's her name? Soyeon. Her rap is really good in that. I think it's better than what's that other one? Pop
Oh
Stars.
wow,
Even though Pop
really?
Stars is in my top 100 too.
It's a very good song.
I listen to them back to back usually, but I listen to the Baddest more because I just think she sounds really good in that. I also like the other rapper. I don't know what her name is.
Mm,
I think it's the Wolf
oh yeah, I
Girl.
was gonna say.
But yeah, she sounds good. 11 by Ive. I think they
Yes.
also lucked out because they came out. Was that the
With a good
no?
song?
Because
Yes.
it was a good song, but I also like listened to it throughout the year, and it came
As you
out
should.
like what was it like the end of last year?
Yeah.
So it's a good song.
Hmm. Hmm.
And Beautiful by NCT, same thing, 2021. I just listened to it throughout the year. And then Batu, I think that's how you say it, because that's how he says it in the song by BI. Surprisingly, Soldier Boy and somebody named Davida.
When I saw,
but it's a good vibe.
I was gonna say when I saw Soldier Boy, I was like, okay.
Yeah, honestly, when I just randomly went on like I think the hip hop or something
Mm-hmm.
like during the summer and was like, let me listen to hip hop songs or something. And I saw that Bi had a song, so I was like listening to it. Actually, I think I just went through I just had it play while I was driving, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, ooh, this song sounds kind of good. And then I look, and I'm like, oh, it's Bi. And then I'm like, who's this English rapper? And I'm like, wait a minute, is this Soldier
That is
Boy?
hilarious.
I think I sent it to you because I was like, why is Soldier Boy in a song with Bi? That doesn't make any sense.
It's random.
How'd you end up in a K-pop song? Like, where that? Well, anyway, it's a good song.
All right, guys. So that is our top 12 K-pop songs of 2022. And then just as a last thing, I wanted to kind of give like a short like look at what our top artists and our top songs were in general. So, factoring everything we listened to. So for mine, my top artists, Doja Cat, Beyonce, Red Velvet. What? You really need to stop hacking into my Spotify account because this is getting out of hand. All right.
Still don't understand.
My once stand card is literally on thin ice right now.
Because Jesse McCartney just somehow swooped himself into your top 10 songs and artists.
Listen, don't ask me because I do not understand how Mr. McCartney got here. Apparently I'm a stan. Tomorrow By Together and then Jesse McCartney. And then my top songs were Shake, which is Jesse McCartney's song, Baby Boo, featuring Sweetie, which is by Mooney Long, Have Mercy, by Chloe Bailey, Wada Wada Wata Da 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 by Kepler, and then Stir Fry by Migos again.
I thought that was very interesting.
It's heavily
like, who's Stir Fry? And then I was like, oh.
By Jesse McCartney.
Honestly, I was like, maybe
it's very heavily influenced by what I listen to when I run because that's what all right.
I look at you're like moving on. We don't need to.
I'm not explaining Jesse McCartney. I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't know how Beyonce got in my top. I'm gonna be very honest. I was very scared when I saw this. I was like, how? Because I do like Beyonce. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I only started listening to her when that album came out. So I'm like, was the album that long that it just, the hour, like, I think that's what happened. She hacked the system by making her album like so long. I figured it out. Anyway, good album, but I only listened to like 2 songs from that album. So I'm like, how did that happen? But yeah, she's my top. Then it's 5 Seconds of Summer because I really like their album this year. Mm-hmm. JP Cooper, I just
Who is that?
like him. He sings Maybe We're Perfect Strangers, Maybe the Night Will Change Us. You know that song?
Oh yeah.
Well, and yeah, I just like him since then. So he had a new album this year. So there are like some good songs in there that I listen to a lot. And then Post Malone, because I love Post Malone a lot. And Ed Sheeran, I love Ed Sheeran. Top songs, To Be Honest by Kai, One Right Now by Post Malone and The Weeknd, Overpass Graffiti by Ed Sheeran, Do 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 by Tan, and Complete Mess by 5 Seconds of Summer. I was very surprised about my minutes, though. I was like,
low or high?
I guess no, they're low.
Oh, okay.
My last year, I was very high on my listens, and I don't know what changed. Maybe I think I also have been listening to YouTube a lot, and I also think I listen to my parents' Spotify by using Alexa a lot.
Ah, okay.
So
yeah,
so it doesn't get counted.
I was gonna say if YouTube did this, the game would change because there's so many things in particular like that are not on Spotify that I listen to a lot that like, I'll watch. I specifically like to enjoy it with the music video or maybe like a dance video or something. So I feel like if YouTube streams or if YouTube did one separate, it would look a lot different. And Jesse McCartney, you would not weasel your way up there.
Watch it still be right. In fact, he's number one artist.
Like
he's
now
number one everything.
Stop.
He's just moving up.
Get out of my head, Jesse. But yes, so that was our top Spotify. For everyone who shared in the chat, thank you for sharing. I saw like NCT, I saw Kai, I saw Baekhyun. But
Yes,
yeah.
Kai, another Kai person.
Donna's being in jail. What's going
Oh,
on?
for liking Kai? Oh my God.
You're not allowed to like cry in these parts. All
Oh
right.
no.
So moving on. Uh Messy, Messy, Messy. We had the 2022 Mama Awards. Actually, I didn't see it. Maybe it was just maybe my timeline isn't as messy as I thought it was because I actually didn't see much backlash to what actually like happened at the Mamas in terms of awards. So
It seemed better than the melon,
you think so?
in my opinion. Yeah,
I thought
I
it
think
was
it
pretty
made more
similar though.
sense.
Oh, okay. This
It was similar, but like some things were different.
Yeah. All right, let me pull up so as you guys know, the Mamas for some reason likes to break the award show down to 50 nights. So there was a day one and a day two. Both of them took place in the same city, which I think previous years it's been notorious for taking place in different cities, but this year the
Yeah.
2 days that were November 29th and November 30th both took place in Osaka, Japan. So for the first day, let me real quick bring up the Soompi page. I'm getting this from Soompi. Credits to Soompi. The winners were, all right. So the winners were for day one. So they awarded one day song that day, and that was the Yogibo Worldwide Icon of the Year Award, which went to BTS. This was their 5th year in a row winning it. In addition to that, they awarded favorite new artist, which they ended up giving it to 4 individual groups: IVE, NMIXX, LE SSERAFIM, and Kepler. So Jazz, I know that you had a little bone to pick here because you were like, JYP, what did you do here? Did the check clear? Because why is it mixed there? So what are your thoughts
Well, I
on
mean,
that?
like the other person that I thought should be there was also
Oh yeah,
JYP.
that's kind of
So
true. You thought Ordinary Heroes should have been there, correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
just because of like what they won. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, if they won something, I think they should be in favorite new artist,
That's true. That doesn't. What did they win? For
favorite new boy group.
okay.
So it's like I feel like they should be there if you're gonna say that.
That's fair. I will say though, I think that's fair, but I also think it's wait, they won what did they win?
New boy group,
New boy group. Okay, interesting. Because this is an interesting
new
one.
artist, yeah, for a male.
Oh, okay. So what is favorite new artist versus new artist?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how did they not get there? If they're already, I don't know. It just seems kind of like that's weird.
These awards are getting
Like I don't
confusing.
even listen to Ordinary Heroes, but I'm like, like that seems shady.
Yeah, I like some of these I'm confused, honestly.
I guess like one's like a participation award, and one is who won. I don't even
But
know.
is their favorite new girl artist? Because
Yeah,
so what the hell
best
is
new artist,
this?
male and female.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this
I
is
don't
the
know.
garbage. Like, what the heck? Okay. So then there was Worldwide Fans Choice Bong Song, which is Blackpink, BTS, and Hypen, GOT7, NCT Dream, Psy
I
17,
want good
Stray Kids,
seven.
Treasure, and TXT. We had the Yogi Bo Chill Artists. I don't know what that means, but Stray Kids
It's when
won
they
it.
chill with Yogi Bo. You
Okay.
know,
I don't. I
they're always
think.
just chilling. Yeah,
I think that's a company, right? Like it's sponsored. It's like Chex Mix
they go over
Worldwide
there, they
Artists.
chill. They're always there. You know, they're always talking about stray kids loitering. You know,
And then favorite is just Asian artist went to J. Is it Joy J0 JO?
I
I know it's the group that was formed on the Japanese version of Produce. But I'm not actually sure how to pronounce their name. So pretty much this was, yeah, like I guess NMIXX is an interesting choice, but I mean they gave it to IVE, they gave it to LE SSERAFIM. Interesting, no New Jeans,
feel one.
but again, I don't know what the difference between this ward and the other one is. So like I don't know what this is. So
Yeah,
like,
I told you it's participation. It seems like because I don't know.
was this like the performance heavy? day or something. I don't know. This is very weird.
Oh, maybe.
Um, very strange indeed. All right, but then day two took place, and I think day two is like the meat and potatoes of this because it had most of the winners, the rest of the day songs. So let's go through that, because this has a very interesting results. First of all, J-Hope looking good, looking moist. All right, so in terms of the day songs, Mama Platinum. Who is she? When did that become a
Huh?
thing? The Mama Platinum. I guess that's like
Oh,
a like achievement award, I guess. I mean, it went to BTS, but it
that seems. No, I was just gonna say unnecessary. Even like,
I mean,
I
I would
don't.
say two just because they won 5,000 other awards, but I think maybe this is like a lifetime achievement moment
Uh,
because, I think it's fair to award them. They kind of slayed and have dominated.
Lifetime. They're like
Well, not
five,
lifetime, but
not 5 years. Like they're so young.
true. But I feel like the domination is real. And I think I know last
Mm.
time we looked up what was it? We looked up who won these things in the past. So let me pull that up real quick. But I feel like it's like they won so much already that night. It just seems like another one to kind of throw on top.
Yeah,
But
like if
like,
that's a lifetime, I would think that you would give that to a person that's actually done stuff for a lifetime. Because that's usually what the lifetime achievement stuff is like. At like a Grammy or something.
maybe it's like an impact, more like an impact award. Again, I didn't see it being given. I haven't
Still, I
seen
would think it'd
that.
be someone older.
I guess, but like, who's really going to the mamas? Like, it's all like K-pop. Like, it's kind of very concentrated on what's popular now. Like I would not like see them like awarding like. I mean, look at the
Bella?
fact that the Im Wong Yoon guy is not even here, and he slayed this year. So it's like I
Is he
feel like
not at all?
I don't think so. Maybe he won soloist. Okay, yeah,
I
best
thought he
male
won something.
artist for
Oh, I
solo.
was gonna say, I swear I saw his name.
But I feel like given how he slayed, he should have run like a day song, right? But anyway, that's just like my
And maybe Artist of the Year.
my humble opinion. Let's yeah, like something like that. Um oh wait, it doesn't like do like the year list. Okay. Whatever. We'll just keep going. YouTube. All right. So BTS also picked up album of the year with Proof and artist of the year, and then rounding out the day's songs, uh I've got song of the year for Love Dive, which is, they also won for Melon. And so do we think that this is an indication that they're going to do a sweep this year for Love Dive?
For Song of the Year?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I still think, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one? Tomboy. Tomboy
Mm-hmm.
is still like, I still think it should have won a lot more than what it has. Because it seems like it hasn't won anything yet. But
Yeah. I mean,
I'm holding out hope.
yeah, I was gonna say, so I think we have a couple more. I know there's still like the Golden Disc Awards, the SMAs, like the Soul, was it the KMAs? I think haven't happened yet. So there's a couple more award shows to do, but it is interesting that they've already won at like two major ones.
Mm.
All right, so going rounding out the rest of the list, we have Best Music Video, Blackpink, Pink Venom.
Hmm.
Um, was this a voted award? I will say I'm a blank, but this is interesting because I feel like it was one of Blackpink's most. I mean, here's the thing: Blackpink's videos are all
Pink
very
Venom?
similar. Yeah, it's like they're all very similar, but it's like this was
Hmm.
like very much fatigue. Like, give us anything
Yeah.
else. So this is very
I think it's
interesting.
better than the shutdown.
Oh yeah, Shutdown was very snooze. But I mean, given the vast variety of music videos that come up with K-pop,
Yeah.
very interesting that they won.
Who won last time? I'm not last time, but like
Last year.
from Melon. No, from Melon. Who was that?
Oh, G Idol did with Tomboy.
Oh.
But even that seemed
Oh.
like because we didn't
Yeah.
get
I'm like, okay.
it.
I don't know who I would pick though for
Yeah, I mean,
best.
I just know it wouldn't be Blackpink. I just feel like there's
Dang.
well because it's just I mean, I guess their videos look good. Like they look well
It's
produced.
expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wasn't this like they spent 4 million
I
billion?
think
Maybe
so.
that's why they got it.
They're like, we gotta get something. We
Yeah.
gotta get something back for how much we spent.
Best male group went to BTS, best female group went to Blackpink. Again, pretty interesting. Obviously, these are like they're it when it comes to like global groups, but in terms of like individual year, I mean, I guess I would give it to BTS, but Blackpink, I feel like there's other groups that had better years
What
to
the
this
heck
year.
is best female group and favorite girl group?
I do not know.
Because
There's
I didn't realize that there were two different things. I thought G Idol had one best female group. And
oh
that's why I was like, it makes more sense. I was like, yeah, because they won that. But now I'm like, wait, hold on.
wait,
Wait.
and if there's a favorite girl group, why isn't there a favorite boy group?
Because everybody hates boy groups nowadays, you
True,
know?
you're right.
Which is the bane of my existence.
I guess they just when they want to award more people, they just throw favorite in front of it because it seems like this best new artist male, best new artist female is the real new artist. I guess not Daesung, but like big award and that other thing. I don't know what that was, but yeah, now it does make sense that why weren't no extraordinary what is it extraordinary heroes.
I thought it was extraordinary, but now I'm like, wait, that's missing syllables. So I'm like, wait, maybe it is ordinary, but I wouldn't think extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary?
I do not know. What is I don't know. Mamas, what's going on?
Oh.
But yeah, this is interesting. And then the most popular group went to Stray Kids. Why couldn't this just be favorite boy group?
Yeah.
And no offense,
Yeah.
but clearly they're not the most popular group if they didn't win either of these. I'm confused. Then randomly the most popular male artist, BTS.
Like participation.
They're like, please
Like
come,
what
please,
even?
please. The best.
That's why there's no hate. They're like, whatever, everybody got something.
So J-Hope got the most popular male artist, but then Im Young Woon and got best male artist, and Nayeon got best. Where's the most
Dang.
popular female?
I feel like most popular is probably voted, but maybe best is
Oh,
not.
but they all have an aspect of voting, right? That's just the nature of
Well,
the
you
mamas.
know,
It's giving
dang.
participation, but that's fine because we want to get butts in seats. All right, that's what matters. Uh,
Maybe it's voted and like there's actual people that actually pick, and then all the voting and the people that pick it gets combined, and that's the best. But the most popular is the one that gets the most votes from like their
oh,
fans.
wait, that would
Does that make
actually be
sense?
pretty cool. Okay, that's kind of dope if that's true because it's kind of like awarding the person
Yeah.
who was the most popular, but then letting other aspects influence who's awarded as well. That would actually be really cool if it's true. Um,
If
yeah, if big if. Best collab is Psy That featuring Suga. You like this
yes,
song? I did not.
it is such a. It's in my top 100.
Oh,
Good
uh-oh.
song.
Okay,
Oh
truly a
yeah.
Suga stan. Best dance performance solo also went to this song. Best,
Interesting.
yeah, best.
It,
Well,
very,
it is solo.
very interesting. Wait,
Wait, who would you say? Oh, Kai.
for best any. Well, yeah.
Anyone?
I
Um,
was gonna say anyone, but like, yeah, Kai definitely.
I would say
Cause
this is
like
fun
that
though.
that I like the dance. It's fun. It's like something I can do, but it's like something I can do. So it's like, is that the best?
That's fair. That's fair. Best dance male group, we got 17 Hot, and for best female, I've Love Dive. I mean, I'm not too picky with these dance awards,
Um,
honestly, or performance
I'm
awards.
about that. Wait, dance performance?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's Itzy? Where's
Ooh, that's
anything
true.
else?
Itzy
So
does
sorry.
serve.
Well, Seraphim, I feel like is better
Oh
with dance
yeah.
performance.
I mean, I think Love Dive had really nice choreography and it was fun. Although, did you see them
Mm.
getting dragged because they performed, I think, at like the Blue Dragon Awards or something, and they were completely live, no backtracking, and it sounded kind of dusty. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm so
All
sorry.
right. I'm well. Now I kind of want to listen. Like you said, it
It's like
sounds
not
dusty.
horrible. Like I think Yujin like kind of like cracks at one
Just
point.
saving it.
No,
Oh,
she kind of,
oh no, she.
I mean, she's fine, but she just cracks that one point, and then like it's just kind of
Oh,
the thing is because here's the thing, and somebody made a great point on Twitter how like most of the live performances, a lot of y'all, well, let me not come for anybody, but a lot of K-pop stands lot over have a very heavy backtrack,
oh
and
yeah,
not that I have a problem with that because a lot of people perform with the backtrack, but it's like there is a difference between having a backtrack and it being a complete
yeah.
instrumental by except maybe back harmonies, and we don't hear that a lot. And like people are dragging them, but I'm like a lot of idols would sound exactly like that if they did not have that
Yeah.
backtrack. So let's be for real, okay? But yeah, it was interesting. um I for best dance performance. Stacy, do you have a bone to pick with the
I told you, like,
podcast
I
one?
don't remember this dance.
It's the
So,
narcissistic
and
one though, and I think that was very popular.
best dance. I'm so sorry. Performance.
Okay, yeah,
That's just 1 second of the song.
that's
I need the
fair.
whole entire thing to
That's
be like,
fair.
I like the what you looking at, what you looking at, like that. That had me like the what you looking at.
Okay.
That's catchy.
Lacera fights. Okay, we got a new
I'm
Lacera from
sorry.
Stan.
I like downloaded, not downloaded, but I added their album, the newest one for Anti Fragile. I was like, this is.
It
They're
is
giving
very
me like
good.
Lady Gaga, like we are that
It is
girl.
very
Like I
good,
love it.
and their dance performances are very good. Best vocal. Okay, best and then okay. Well, whatever. The
That's no. What is that?
best vocal performance group is Big Bang.
What?
This
Who did YG pay? Because what?
stop. Not a. I feel like yeah. There's well, I guess there's Blackpink. I was gonna say there's not much of a YG presence here, but I guess Blackpink.
This music video, we all know they put something in there. They're like, all right, we paid how much for this
The
music video? We need something.
slanderation. The slanderation. But yeah, and then best vocal performance solo went to Taeyeon IMVU, which yeah, that was a great
Yeah.
performance vocally.
Yep.
Best band performance extraordinary heroes, which I
I feel
think
bad because who else is there?
exactly. I was gonna say
Besides, like, maybe the Rose?
yeah.
And did they come back?
Ever since FT Island and wait, Toria, what was that group?
At CN Blue?
CM Blue, since they packed up and since
Yeah.
the other, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting Day
Day
6?
6?
They're like, we gotta give this to somebody.
Well,
Not to,
I don't even think Day 6 came back this year.
they're still together even though Jay left, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not to take away from Extraordinary Heroes. Let me not. I'm not being
Oh, yeah, they probably were good.
Best hip hop and urban music, J Park. Now I know y'all are about to slander him, but this song was very catchy. And yes, I think a lot of the popularity had to do with the fact that IU was in it. But it also was an easy listen. I mean, all his songs sound exactly like that, but it was good. The key is to drag them before everyone
I will
else drags
say,
them.
I think Batu should have won, even though it wasn't even probably nominated. Because Soldier Boy held up that song, you know?
Not Soulja Boy being a mama award-winning artist. Okay, come through.
Just imagine. Oh, God. Okay, I gotta make my rounds.
Best OST is Mellow Man's, which I think this also won for in Melon. Best breakout producer is Min Hee Jin, which
I think he did a Schumann song, actually. I think he's
oh
from Hot, right?
is he? Oh, okay. Global music trend leader is Zico, and inspiring achievement is Jarin. Jarin.
Is that him, though? Let me see. What's the name?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Um, while you're looking up, I will jump in the chat to see what people are
Did you
saying.
scroll? Sorry.
Oh, I scrolled down.
No, it's Min Hee Jin. I think that's a girl. Okay.
Is
Hold
that
on.
the girl who made New Jeans or no?
Is it? There's a girl I thought it was a guy that made.
It was a girl
Maybe.
that was from SM, right? Or
I think she made, because Adore is La Seraphim, right?
oh, okay, sorry. Right? Wait. No, the person who made New Jeans was from SM, right? They picked from SM.
That's what I thought, but I thought it was a guy.
Is
But
it?
this person's also from SM, Adore. Hold on.
Not them poaching all
Where
of
is
SM's
this?
staff.
I can't even. Oh no, it is New Jeans. Okay. What is La Seraphim under?
Adore, right?
Is it? No, New Jeans is Adore.
Oh, okay, then they're just under regular Hype then. Or
Oh,
they
okay.
might be
This is so
Source.
confusing.
They might actually be under Source.
This is
Yeah, I
confusing. They need
know.
to. I need a
Um,
map.
right. Um, Jumping in the chat, Andre said it wasn't even bad though, that bad though, in reference to the infamous, not infamous, but the IVE performance that went viral of them at the acting award show. I believe it was the Blue Dragon Awards because I feel like it's always the Blue Dragon Awards. Um, he goes on to say a lot of stans complain about the lack of live vocals, but then when a group does a livest performance, they get dragged for not sounding exactly like the CD. Exactly. And I think, again, it's because
Yeah.
people are warped as to what an actual live performance sounds like live with no backtracking. Because, again, a lot of times when people are like, oh, they ate no crumbs left, it's them that's partially, it's like them singing and they're partially buried by the CD anyway. So people, and a lot of people, I don't think either they don't recognize that the backtracking helps them sound a lot better than they would without it, or they don't realize that there's backtracking there at all. So it kind of warps
Yeah.
them. Not to say that there's not people who straight up go on like on there, sing live and sound really, really good. There are artists like that, but I think a lot of times people will praise when the artist is having a lot of help, and that kind of warps them to what it would sound like without that assistance.
Yeah.
Andre also says, also Mama is a mess when it comes to, yeah, like at least if you're gonna be have these weirdly named more awards, make sure it's like symmetrical. So if there's favorite male group, make sure there's a favorite female group, or it just looks so obvious that
Yeah.
you're just trying to get people to show up. Okay. And Andre also clarified, yes, Minhee Jin made New Jeans. La Seraphim is under. So this is very strange though, because New Jeans did not win a single award. So you acknowledge
Oh yeah.
that Minhee Jin ate no crumbs left by creating New Jeans, but you gave them absolutely nothing. Very strange.
Did she?
Actually, there's a very lack of SM in here in general, besides Taeyeon.
Because they probably didn't go. Or were they even nominated? Like, I feel like they probably didn't nominate Red
Mm,
Velvet.
that's true. Interesting.
Oddly, they did not. Did they not nominate NCT Dream?
Interesting. Do y'all know? Does Mamas and SM have beef? Maybe there's like
I
a
think
really
they didn't
obvious
they.
beef.
I feel like there was something where they didn't go for a year, didn't they?
That sounds familiar. All these agencies are always beefing with these broadcast stations, so I cannot even keep up. But that sounds apt. Wait. Okay, I was gonna say, wasn't it?
YG.
I mean, I think
I
YG.
think they both had drama with Mama, not
Oh,
Mama, and that.
okay. That sounds a bit familiar. I just remember the very very iconic dispute between SBS and YG where they literally made their own Inkigayo so they could like they were like post like live performances on Sunday when Inkigayo would be, and they would like not go on Inkigayo. That was so funny.
Oh
Um
God,
Hi Fortunate, welcome to the stream. Fortunate says true, New Jeans should win. Oh, I
should win.
they should at least have been in that weird favorite artist
Oh yeah,
category.
just put them in there.
Yeah.
Give them something.
Okay, Stacy
I
can.
guess maybe they can be. Oh,
No, no,
continue.
no. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say maybe next year. Hopefully they can be
Oh,
nominated
that's true. That's true. I
because
don't
that's
know.
kind of
Yeah,
sad.
it really makes no sense that they didn't get anything. Again, like sometimes I hate end of the award years, like end of the year award shows, because I feel like they try to summate the year into a couple of awards that can only go to one person. And it doesn't truly reflect what people were listening to that year. Um,
Yeah,
but Stacy confirmed YG and SM have had issues with the mamas. Okay.
that's what I thought because I feel like YG first had issues and then they stopped going,
Mhm.
and then SM for like 2 years was like, "We're not going anymore," and then they started going a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. We'll dip our toes in. But yeah, so that is our winners for the Mamas 2022. I don't know what the next award show is, but I imagine it's not going to be too different from what we're seeing here, or at least like a mixture between Melon and this. But I'm looking forward to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for our last topic of the day, we are, of course, going to do a follow up of the Chew versus Blockberry creative situation we covered in detail last episode or last stream. So, for those of you who don't know, about 2 weeks ago, the K pop world was shocked when Blockberry Creative, the agency that houses super popular girl group Luna, abruptly announced that they would be removing member Chu from the group. Now, this did come out of nowhere, but we did catch whiff of the fact that there was some turmoil going around. There had been reports previously that Chu was setting up her own agency, and prior to that, it was revealed that Blackberry Creative was having some issues with paying staff members, in particularly the members of Luna, and particularly Chu. They were working her, like telling her what she had to do and booking her for things, but she wasn't getting appropriately paid for that. But still, nonetheless, it did shock people where it was abruptly announced that she would be no longer a member of the group, in particular due to the fact that in this statement where they're announcing that she would no longer be in the group, they said that the main reason was that she used violent language and misused her power towards staff. So they were basically saying, yo, we got an Irene point two here. No, just kidding. But they were basically, dragging her. So we have had some follow-ups since that announcement that happened on November 25th. So in addition to this announcement, Blackberry Creative, which I'll call them BBC now just because that is a mouthful. So BBC, they released a follow-up statement on Luna's fan cafe. And so I just put some, notes, some key points from this statement. So in this statement, they noted that in the original statement, their goal wasn't to basically slander or exposed Chu. The point of letting everyone know that the reason they were kicking her out was due to her behavior towards staff, which just so fans could be on the same page and kind of understand where they were coming from and where this is all arriving from. So it's not just, I guess, because they would probably get accused of, oh, you're only kicking her out because you don't want to pay her. So they're saying, oh yeah, we had to have a reason to explain why we're kicking her out. So it wasn't just to slander her
because they
name.
had no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what?
Girls, they're grasping at straws.
Why are they saying anything? Why are they doing anything? What is going on?
And whoop, there it lie. Like, yes. But yeah, so they also noted that, as we discussed last time, immediately as the statement came out, people are like, okay, you're bullshitting us, BBC. And people were immediately defending Chu. And they were saying that if this is true, the agency needs to show the receipts that this actually happened, give more details, because for the time being, we're not believing you because it seemed random. So in this follow-up statement, they said that they've done their investigation and they already have confirmed that this incident where Chu was misusing her power did indeed happen. However, they feel as though the right, I guess, to actually show evidence, as in like reveal the staff member, give details about exactly what happened, belongs to Chu and the staff that were involved. So they're basically saying, we don't feel like it's appropriate for us to show more evidence or reveal who was involved or reveal the actual specifics of the situation. But if Chu or the staff member that was involved, or they said staff, I'm not sure if it was staff plural, staff individually, want to reveal this information, they are free to do so. It's their right. In addition, they asked that people refrain from making speculative reports, rumors, or comments defaming the company, as so not to hurt the remaining Luna members, which I find that quite interesting because they're basically like, y'all can drag us, but we got your faves. We got your faves right here. So
like, weren't majority of them leaving?
well, the funny thing is that all this basically happened in succession. They all happened on all this because I'm about to like go through all of that, but it all happened on the 28th. So I'm not sure if this was released and then the report about
Mm.
the what's happening with the other members, and then also Chu made a statement, a personal statement. So that also happened on the 28th. So I'm actually not sure in terms of like actual timeline when this happened, but that's actually a great segue, because also on the 28th, JTBC Entertainment News Team reported that the remaining members of Luna, excluding members Hyunjin and Vivi, had filed injunctions requesting for the validity of their exclusive contracts with Blockberry Creative to be suspended. So in the report, it specifically stated the reason that they're filing this injunction is that the members judged that the trust was broken between them and Blockberry Creative to the point that it's difficult to continue activities with the agency. Now, Blockberry Creative was asked for a response to this report, and they said that it's not true. Delusional. Now I don't know, but like, weren't they did the same thing with Chu when it was revealed that, or it was reported that she was leaving and creating a new company. They denied it, and then bloop, where are we now, girl? So
Yeah.
I don't know if we can believe you. Um, and then lastly, also on November 28th, Chu made a statement in regard to, her being removed from the group. So she posted this to her Instagram, and she said, and I believe I have a picture here. There go Luna, and there go the statement. The statement read, "Hello, this is Chu. Thank you so much for your concern and comfort. As I have not received any contact regarding this series of situations or know anything about them, I'm currently grasping the situation. But what I'm sure of is that I haven't done anything that would be shameful to my fans. In the future, as my position is decided, I will share another statement. Thank you so much for your concern and trusting me." And then I also wanted to add that it's being reported that Chu signed with BY4M Studios, which also has Holland, international fave, and they acquired another company that also has the group Four Men, who I love. They also have other groups, but those are the two people I knew. But yeah, so we got a lot out of this. We have Chu saying that what the heck's happening, but also saying that pretty much dying that this idea that she was bad towards staff was true. And then you also have the idea that a majority of the members are trying to leave Blockberry Creative, I guess is what we can assume. Now I guess my first question would be, in that statement, that report that we read, we had most of the members filing this injunction, but not Hyunjin and Vivi. Girls, what's going on? Why do we think that they're like, nah, we cooking, we're cool?
Isn't is it Hyunjin? I think it doesn't she have like a contract with like NBC?
Ooh,
I
does
think she
she?
has like an active contract or something. And I don't know about Vivi, but I think I was reading that Hyunjin is doing stuff. So it's
Ooh.
like she might not be able to just be like, let me drop this and go.
Hmm. That's very interesting, because I know we talked about last time how if the other Luna members decide to follow suit, how that might kind of affect their ability to continue in the entertainment well, we said it specifically as Luna, but in the entertainment industry as well. So she's like, sorry,
Mhm.
girls, I gotta make these coins real quick. Wasn't she the one that was doing the FIFA World Cup coverage, I think?
Yeah, I think that's what she was doing. Yeah.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
wonder, if they're like, well, if you leave, girl, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but we're taking this contract
Yeah.
back. That would really suck. Especially if everyone else is leaving. Like, I'd feel like the odd
Yeah.
man out.
Like maybe they can leave afterwards. They're like, all right, we'll stay. But right after that contract ends and I get my money, I will be out the door. But they just don't say it to their faces,
Mm,
obviously.
that's
Just
true.
like in the back of our heads, we're outie too.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that's the case, because whether or not they're actually making like coin or not, like I feel like there's no way, if they weren't paying Chu, they're giving these other members proper pay either. So
Yeah, that's true.
she might be able to work under them, but I'm sure they're not compensating her properly. So I would hope they all got out of the situation. Um,
Yeah.
Jumping into chat, Stacy says Chu needs to light the building on fire. I want to evacuate Luna first. You said bye like that. Who was
Oh
the
no.
who was it? The Omega X CEO that was like, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, the
No, no. What's his name? Oh my gosh. Sung. Why
Sungi
can't I remember his
Isungi
name?
Isungi. I almost
Yeah,
said
there
that.
you go. I was like, I feel like so many names came into my head, just not his. It was like Sung Min.
It's
But
giving that
anyway,
energy.
she is crazy. She's still crazy.
I wish she's in jail by now. I haven't followed up. I haven't seen any like follow up
I think
articles.
he's trying to leave now. For
Good.
real.
It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
I was like, I don't know
step
why you
one.
didn't do that before, but maybe you're holding on. Like you're just hoping to see the goodness in people.
Yeah, which please don't. They don't deserve it. You've
Don't
been doing
yeah.
that for like
Don't do
12
that again.
years. Yeah, exactly. They were calling you a minus artist and everything.
Oh,
Um,
no.
Andre says, why is it up to Chu to put out evidence? BBC can't just say she's abusing staff members and not put receipts on the table. Y'all said it, so back it up. That is very
Is
true.
that
Or what are we?
isn't it like in America you have to well I don't know if it's the same in Korea, but like
Mhm.
in America you have to prove that you're innocent, right? Is
Guilty
that the
and then
thing?
proven guilty until
Yeah.
wait.
Until proven
No,
innocent.
innocent until proven guilty.
So until proven guilty, is that
Yeah.
it? Okay.
So they would
Maybe
have
they're the opposite.
yeah, that would be I mean, I guess, but that would be insane because it's like how do you prove that you didn't abuse a staff member? Like how did you prove or prove that an incident didn't happen that somebody's saying happened?
Yeah,
Like
you know,
I would say there I
it's
mean
backwards thinking.
yeah, it seems like it almost seems considerate because it's like, oh, if it's a personal matter and make because specifically this staff, whether it was multiple or one, you know, if they're named, then they become famous essentially. So I can see from that perspective, it's like I don't want to have to be like this particular staff member because there's weirdos on the internet who will think it's their duty to do whatever. So I can see that privacy, but it does seem just as a way to be like, well, because the thing is, if you made it up, there's never going to be a staff that comes forward. So that works so well in your favor to be like, well, if the staff wants to, they can come forward, but they're not coming forward. But
Yeah,
if they don't exist, how are they supposed to come forward? Again,
that's true.
it gives Chu this impossible task of having to prove something that you said happened didn't happen when that is such a
Yeah,
vague thing to have to do. So in that
yeah.
sense, I do agree. But it's interesting how they tried to force it or like make it as like oh well, we're just trying to protect people's privacy because it's not our business to like put that information out. So
Yeah.
fake and flop. um Ooh, let's see. Jessica says Vivi can't terminate her contract because she's on a work visa and
Oh
wouldn't.
yeah, that's what I heard. Because she's not from Korea. Yeah, that was her problem. Your face.
Imagine putting people's livelihoods. That's so interesting because my sister was telling me about a situation with Twitter where most of the staff that like didn't like leave and take the severance pay or whatever are like foreign staff that like if they don't work at Twitter, they would have like 60 days to find a job that is exactly the same job or they'd get like deported from the country. So that when you start
Oh.
playing with the deportation, that's so messy. Come on now.
I wonder maybe she can leave once she can secure an actual company.
Mm. Oh gosh.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
And that just harkens back to after this whole thing, like I guess the perfect like the best case scenario is that they all get to leave Blackberry Creative because obviously they're being messy. But do we think that the I guess in exchange for their freedom from Blackberry, there's not going to be a Luna? Like, does this end with them all uniting as a full group and continuing on?
I mean, I think they could if what's it called? The company Chu went to is willing to try and get them all.
I mean,
Otherwise, I don't think they all can be together. Maybe they can do something um like what Preston did.
oh.
where some of the other girls like left to a different company and
Oh.
made a different group, or VVs by, from
Mm-hmm.
G Friend. So maybe they could do something like that, or they just might go solo, or they just might just fade back into their regular lives.
That'd be so
Yeah.
sad. But yeah, I don't know because it is a lot to take on a group with that many members. Very
Yeah.
expensive. And from the roster I saw, it seemed like the group that or the alleged company that Chu signed with is like soloists and small artists. I think in
Mm.
the write up I read from Soompi, it said that they focus on like social media and web based stuff. So I don't know if they got the coin to take on a whole girl group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Well, maybe Chu's just done, and maybe the rest of them can find somewhere.
Yeah. Which would suck. But also I get it. It's like I've been through so much. That company put me through so much. And like I was literally like they like attack me. I'm kind of over the group thing. Like I could see
Yeah.
like I would respect that, but it would also be kind of sad too.
Yeah.
But
Also, I mean, her social media, not social media, her YouTube channel seems like it's doing well. So maybe that she's just discovering, like, maybe I like this more.
yeah, that's fair. But it just would really really suck if that's the best ending is them not being together, but at least they're free from um Blackberry Creative. Yeah, Andre says if it's for their health and sanity to not deal with BBC, then honestly I'm okay with there being no more Luna. Yeah,
Mm.
but that's such a sad ending. I mean, it literally just reminds me of that statement from Omega X where they were like, "Yeah, we wanted to. The reason why it took us so long to say anything about the abuse was because we were afraid if we speak up about it, that would mean the end of the group." And that's so
Yeah.
real, but it's sad. Because I'm sure there's
Yeah.
weirdos that are like Luna purists that are like, Chu should have just sat there and ate her food. Now Luna's
I hope
internal.
not.
I'm sure there's.
I hope
I've
not.
been in K-pop long to know that there's people who care about the
Oh
group staying
no.
together more than the individual members' well-being and sanity. Like they're like, you ruined the
Okay.
group, and you should have just sat there and endured whatever you needed to if that meant the group. But there's plenty of people like that, I feel
Now I'm glad. I would be glad that the group broke up then, so we could look at them and just be like the bad people and just be like, "You're exposed."
You,
Like, what are
yeah,
you? What is that?
yeah.
That's nasty.
But people are just really, really weird and brainwashed like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just happy that I mean, it seemed like Chu was very caught off guard, but it seemed like her prospects are looking really, really good now. Blackberry Creative, you are a flop. But it
Mhm.
sucks because right now, whatever happens with Luna, the other Luna members, I feel like is kind of in their hands. So I don't know. I really don't know. That sucks.
Yeah.
But overall, I hope that it can at least have an ending, like Andre said, where they can, don't have to deal with BlackBerry Creative stealing all their coin, even if that means that the group can't really exist as they are now. But yeah, so shout outs to them. I hope they do well. But wait a second. Reporting live, it's Jazz for the shoe.
What is that? Wait. Why do you have that picture? Wait.
What?
Oh gosh, my camera's not even turning back on. Okay.
I, I gave this is a good looking picture of him. What do you mean?
What is that?
This is
Is
him
egghead.
in all his bald glory. What do you
I
mean?
hope you put that for Dio too. His egghead.
Unfortunately, Dio has always had his hair, so
No, he is not. He had no hair for longer.
unfortunately what you're talking about is not realistic. But so
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
good with Shunt? Shumint.
Nothing. I'm sad.
Wait, I thought he was doing something.
No.
Oh.
Oh, well, I will say, there is a SM. How dare you? You didn't even let me finish. There's an SM Town and like thingy. I think they're doing another album or something.
He's got to beat the unemployed allegations. I'm sorry,
And
Jazz.
so he'll be a part of that. So he has something going on. I think Dio
Fine.
is also going to be there. So, I think it's all of EXO that's out of the army.
Oh, really? Yay!
Yeah.
I'm actually so excited for that joint album. I think that's the first one they did since that one in like from like 2000, like what, like two?
No, they did one last year.
Wait, but this is a Christmas album, right?
Oh, it might be. Is it a Christmas one? I wasn't sure if it was just a joint.
Oh, maybe I misread that. I just assumed because it's
I
December.
also didn't read it fully. I was just like, ooh, everybody in SM. I just like that. Sounds fun.
Ah, okay. Okay. You beat the unemployment allegations this week, Shuman. But you're
I mean,
welcome.
you already slapped it on his forehead before I even had a second to say anything.
Okay.
Rather rudely.
Listen, I have to I always have the lady boyfriends in waiting ready to take his place the moment he becomes so unemployed. So I have to be vigilant because Kyung-soo needs to be promoted. Listen, he can't be the side chick this whole time. All right.
Okay, so let's promote Kyung-soo. Because we all know you're watching his show. Right?
About that.
Yeah.
So let's just say, okay, let's transition to the Kyung second. Now, unfortunately,
I like, wow. And you picked a nice picture for him. You know what?
this was the first picture
I'm
I
a Dio,
found.
so I can't say anything back. Okay, really? This is the first one.
Randomly, it was the first. I didn't like. It was literally just right
Okay.
there. I just took the. I literally looked up worst picture of Kyung Soo, and this came up. So I don't like. I don't know what you want from me, unfortunately. However,
Wow.
he might as well be unemployed because what's that? Huh? Oh, Kyung Soo. Sorry, it's getting static. We can't hear you. We have a new podcast boyfriend this year, y'all.
Is it because you're watching that show? Honestly, I was gonna watch this show originally because he was in it.
He's so
And then
good.
you told me Jin Young was in it. I was like, wait, hold on. Two guys that I like. This is it. I still haven't watched it.
It's really good.
I'm telling you, that trope is like I've been seeing it too much. I'm like, everybody can't die and be replaced in another body.
Such a
Like,
good trope,
sorry.
though. It's such a good trope because it's like, what would you do if you got like to be reborn as another person, or you got it's
Nothing.
okay. Well,
Especially if I was born rich. Is that the name of the movie? Wait, that's the name of the show.
promo.
Wait, hold up. If I was born rich, I would just be like doing nothing.
Well,
Honestly.
specifically though, I feel like in this, it's because he specifically is in such close proximity with his previous life. Because here's the thing, there's a lot of reborn thingies where you're just reborn and then you completely like new life or new time or whatever. But this one, it's like you're in such close proximity in your previous to your previous life, and particularly you have like
Is
okay,
he also born rich?
well,
Wait, don't tell me. I'm just gonna watch this show.
okay, close your ears.
Born rich.
Well, no, I think
No, and you can tell me if as long as you're not
yeah,
spoiling anything.
this is not big spoilers, but essentially the plot of the movie is, or the plot of the show is that originally he is this person that is a pretty highish level executive in this like chaebol like conglomerate family where it's like this big business, like this big conglomerate, but it's specifically family run. So it's like the only way you can become the CEO or whatever is if you're born into the family. But he works there. And so essentially these people are awful. They're very greedy, they're very crummy. And they're basically, cutting off each other's heads because the guy who created the company, the head grandfather, I guess you would say, he's dead. So it's either one of his children who are going to succeed him as the head of the company, or the children's children. So it could be like his children or his grandchildren or whatever. So they're basically fighting or whatever. And then so he works as basically the right hand man of one of the grandsons or whatever. And this guy's insane. He's like unhinged. It's basically, if you've ever watched Succession, it's like,
Ooh, that's what I was. The way you
yeah.
said it,
I don't
it
mean to
sounded
like
like
be like, oh,
Succession.
everything about a like corporate, like a big family is like a
No, it's
Succession,
Succession.
but it
It
really,
is.
like, you can literally point, this is this person, this is like, they only have one girl in the family, like Shiv. They like it's very much like the young, they have, well,
Yeah.
in this case, the youngest son is like the oddball, like how Connor is kind of the oddball in Succession or whatever.
Always forget Connor exists.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, right? But he's my fave. He's so like unhinged. But so essentially, I don't want to give too much because even though all of this happens in the first episode, it's still pretty shocking. But something happens where he passes away and he gets reborn. And keep in mind that while he works in this family, they treat him really bad. They're really bad people. They're really greedy. They shit on him. They treat him like trash because, like, he means nothing. He's not part of the family, so he'll never have any real power within the business or whatever. But it all results in, a lot of complications result in him basically passing away, and he is reborn as basically the youngest grandson in this family. So he's the son of the original guy who created the company, the CEO. He's the son of that guy's youngest child. So it's basically with this newfound access to the family, he's kind of bent on destroying it because he believes one of them are responsible for why he died in his past life. And like in addition to that, there's a lot of, it's very, I don't want to give too
Wait,
much.
wait, 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 wait. So he's in the future,
So he's
or he
actually in the
goes in the
past. He
past?
goes to the
That's what I
past.
thought. Okay,
Yeah.
so he goes to the past.
Yeah. So
And
he's
that
born as a
throws me.
child, or not a baby, but like maybe like maybe like 13, 12. Like he's reborn as a grandson. So they go back to the
So
80s.
he just takes over another guy's life.
Well, it's a very interesting thing because like there's a lot of theories as to what's happening, because that son, in particularly, as somebody who worked for this
Disappeared.
family, we don't know what happened to him, but
I just know that that's in the summary.
yeah, pretty much. When he worked as like an executive, like in his first life, when he worked as an executive, one of the things is that he knew everything that there was to know about this family. So he knew like every single member of like the main family, blah blah blah. But for some reason, when he's reborn, he's like, how come I know nothing about this person? Like everyone else, like in particular, when he's reborn, he's in the car with his parents and his brother, and he's like, I know you, I know who you are, I know who you are, but who the hell am I? Because I've never heard of this person, that like, and why? Because I know this family like the back of my hand. So there's like multiple mysteries, like
Oh, he's in heaven.
what happened to
He's just like he's just like God's just like, revenge plot for you before you come and pass on. Just do your thing, do what you think you need to do. And then at the end, you're just gonna straight up die.
right? He's like, that was fun. that was funny. A little play for
You did your thing. You killed everybody.
Yeah,
Now come on,
yeah.
let's go.
But yeah, Stacey, it is a Chable show, but I feel like it's very, very well. To be fair, I'm not actually. I was like thinking, and like the only Chable shows I've watched is where they were romantic, so it was heavily about still like your typical K-drama romance. But it's like very interesting because this does have romance elements, but it's like just so like cutthroat, like it's so just like I'm just not used to watching K-dramas where the main thing isn't two people that hate each other that then like each other at the end. Like there's so much more, like there's mystery, there's like it's set in the past, so a lot of it is about what happened at those times in Korea, which is really interesting to learn about and hear about. It does have a little love, like I said, but it's very, it's like this power struggle type thing. So it's very, very, yeah, I would literally, I am recommending this. I would add it. And what is so funny is that in this show, Song Joong-ki, he starts out in his first life as like a 40 something, late 30s, 40s, early 40s, like a salary man or whatever. And then when he dies, sorry if I'm spoiling it, we see him as a child, but then they do a time skip where he's in college, early college, so he's 22 years old. 38, 36, 37-year-old Song Joong Ki is literally,
He's 36.
yes. And he is
Oh my
playing
God.
a 22-year-old. Like, it's so, like, you know, when they try, like, you know, in Greece or whatever, they were trying to tell us that John Travolta and them were like, no, he literally
I
pulls
think
off
John
these.
Travolta was young though.
Well, he looked old, and so did them other greasers. I'm sorry. Listen, looking old is not bad. It's just like okay. A lot of them give Evan Hansen the movie.
Okay. Okay, you had to say that. Now that's iconic. Because what was that? The whole entire head, the hair.
They really played him. They said, "Let's make
I
you
don't know.
look worse
He
than you
played
ever."
himself because I think his dad like paid for it and all
Yeah, but they
that.
made him look worse. Like literally, they made him look.
Which is like what? Why did his family do that to him?
That's true, but they could have did some like movie magic and you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like they paid to make this movie to make their son look bad. Why?
Maybe his dad is jealous of him secretly. Some jealousy.
Like, you can't be doing this. You're actually 30, son. When I was 30, I was being told I can't do it anymore. So you need to be told by making this movie.
I'm not
Go
familiar
ahead.
with jealousy, but yeah. So I was just really, really shocked because I was like, it's interesting because I'm not sure how long we're gonna be in this time zone where Song Joong Ki's character is like 20, but like he was only like the 40-year-old salaryman for like an episode or two. So I'm like, it's interesting that they got a 30-something-year-old actor as opposed to just like a 20-year-old actor because it time skips a lot. So there's a lot of characters where they have to make them look older, or they have to make them look younger depending on like what time in history it was. But like for the most part, Song Joong Ki was 40 for a while and now he's 22. So I just felt it's interesting that they didn't get like a 22-year-old or a younger actor. They're like, no, Song Joong Ki. But the thing is, he looks
Yeah.
22. Like he's giving. It's really giving child. So
He's always looked young.
true. But it's really funny because like for example like and to be fair again they age up the actors where they need to, but there's like an actor that plays his aunt but in reality she's the same age as him and I'm like that must be weird.
It's like Back to the Future. I think what's it called? Marty's mom. No, I think the dad is younger than Michael J. Fox. Crispin Glover is younger than, yeah. And it was weird because it's like he played like it's his dad. He's playing his dad, so he should be older. But I think he was younger technically
Wait, was he
in
playing
real
his
life.
dad in the future or the past?
And both,
Oh, they just like did the makeup.
yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's weird.
yeah. Like both his parents were played by younger people,
Mm-hmm.
but they dressed them up to make them look older.
Ah, okay, yeah. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of that in this too. But yeah, oops, sorry, I'm like so oopsies. Okay. But yeah, to answer your question, Princess, I feel like he's like 20 and then he's 22. So like 20 is a bit of a stretch. Like maybe I don't even know if it's just that I'm heavily influenced by the fact that I know he's not 20, like so I'm like let's see some wrinkles, like I'm like zooming in, I'm like I see them wrinkles. Song Joong Ki, you can't play me. But I think it's pretty convincing. Like if you did not tell me that this was a 36-year-old man, like if I wasn't aware of who he was, I'd be like, oh, okay, this is maybe like maybe like 24. But yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely gives early 20s, which I thought was really, really shocking. So yeah, I would go watch this. It's a really interesting plot. I like
The one in the middle looks evil as heck. Who is that lady?
Oh yeah.
She looks like she's like she's gonna kill everybody. She's a villain, I can tell. I'm already calling it.
Like,
I haven't
it's
even
her.
watched a single second of this show.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Every person here, I feel like I have like I'm very like, these are interesting people, but yeah, so I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, that was the song second, as we always do each episode, the song second.
Notice how she always changes her fave.
What do you mean?
I'm consistent.
I've been like literally, it's always Song Joong Ki. What do you mean? I'm
Jae Jung, whatever. I forgot his name.
I'm not sure who that is, but
Oh, dang.
how dare you mention him?
I mean, it has been like a minute since you've talked about him, so you probably would forget.
Stop. No, I mean, I've been loyal to like literally, I've been using this since 2020. I've been using this spot in the podcast to talk about Song Joong-ki's endeavors. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
Okay.
that has been the song second. All right, guys. So next up, we haven't done this in a while, which I think is funny. But let's talk about some music. Like apparently in K-pop they do music. So let's talk about it. All right. So first off, we have RM Wildflower. So on the first, I believe. Oh no, I'm getting spammed. On the first, RM has released his long anticipated solo album called Indigo, and the I guess this is the lead track. I don't know if he plans on releasing any more, but in particular we got a song called Wildflower featuring Eugene. um what did we think?
I actually liked it a lot.
Oh, okay,
Because like
RM.
I thought it gave me most beautiful moment in life kind of feels,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that's like my favorite um BTS era.
Mm.
Like it's really pretty. The song. I will say Eugene. There's one part where I found her voice kind of like off key. And it's like the end of what she sings for the chorus. She
Mm-hmm.
sings some part, and I'm like, we could have done without that. But she sounds good in the first part of the chorus. I think she sounds really good. I was reading like a comment where they like said she's kind of like Alanis Morissette type of
Ah.
like her voice, and I was like, I can see that. I can get that kind of vibe. It's like a grungy type of
Oh, okay.
rock voice, I guess. So, but I thought it was really good, and I was like, maybe RM's the actual like person from BTS that I would like the most because he technically is the person that made a lot of BTS
That's
songs what
true.
they are. So I'm like, maybe he will be my favorite with Jungkook because I just like
Interesting.
Jungkook's
Okay.
voice.
We love a plot twist. I think you said this, but listening to it, I also thought it if you would have not just showed me the song, I would not have I would believe if somebody told me that it was RM featuring Jimin. She sound very like Jimin, which really, really like
Yeah.
threw me off a bit because I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like the way they filtered her voice.
mm-hmm, yeah,
Especially like I think that's the ending part, like the ending part of the chorus. I'm like, why do you sound exactly like Jimin?
exactly. That
Like
kind of,
you mixed her voice.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
And I'm like, I think that's what it sounds a little off key when she it does that. And I think it's whatever they filter her voice with. I think they did like I don't know.
Get our Jimin stance. Get her. No, but
I
yeah,
didn't say that he's off key, but he did kind of she sounded a little bit like him.
yeah. I think, and I think, yeah, I feel like it's very stylistic, but I will say I definitely liked it. It was definitely vibey, and it definitely is something that like if like comes on my playlist, I would like listen to. But I
Mhm.
don't know if it's just like because I have to be in a certain mood to hear something that's a bit
Mm,
more sentimental. Because even then, like most
mm.
beautiful moment in life, I quite liked that whole like arc genre era, there we go. But sometimes it's hard to listen to because a lot of it is very sentimental and like touchy
Mm.
feely, like Wayland
But I feel like
52.
this is the time for
But
that.
I don't like being sad. That's the thing. I don't like being, and I don't even I'm not even like, not necessarily that this is a sad song because I actually did not get a chance to look into the um
It's like about him like fighting with being a superstar and like
uh
being normal or something. It's
okay.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, that chorus, what was it? Fire, flower work. That just was like a
Yeah, oh,
beautiful.
yeah,
That's
I like
yeah, very
the
beautiful.
lyrics.
But yeah, I was like, like I really have to be in the mood to hear sad songs because like, or songs that not necessarily sad, but even ones that are like you know, don't be sad because it ended, be happy because it happened or whatever, like that kind of thing.
Oh, I like songs like that.
That I don't like being my feelings. I like to shake my ass. I like to be
I
my
like that
feelings.
too. Yeah, I I think majority of my songs are upbeat, but I do like, listen to Sarah Bareilles or something, like something where you're just like depressed for a second and you're like, that was good. And then you go back to listening to like Shots by LMFAO.
Not Shots, a throwback though. But yeah, yeah. But overall, I thought it was beautiful, beautiful music video. But yeah, I think I gotta read a little bit of interpretations. I'm sure there's a couple like Tumblr posts and things like that. And then really get into the lyrics. But like again, well, that doesn't seem like too sad of a concept about kind of
Yeah, I don't think it's
struggling.
sad.
Yeah, so maybe it's I'm doing too much saying it's gonna make me sad, but I definitely think it's one of those things where I'll probably have to be in like a certain mindset to like
Mm.
feel like I want to like I don't know listen to it like what is it, unprompted, no, like
Oh.
seek it out. um
I just feel like December is like that type of time to me. Like fall and December. I guess because it's so dark
mhm.
outside. Like I
Oh
like
yeah,
the slower type things when I'm driving. It's
that's
like
fair.
it's a nice vibe.
Okay, so that's our opinion, but chat, what do you think? I just entered or sent out a poll. Do you think RM's Wildflower is a flop or bop? As y'all vote, I'm going to see what chat is saying. Stacy says her voice was a bit much for my ear.
I didn't want to say all that. I was trying to look her up to see. I was like, maybe I like she doesn't always sound like that, but I don't think I could find her.
Mm.
I will say, like, I was like listening to it and I was like, if he got Taeyeon to sing this would be
Ooh.
so pretty. Because like it gives me like I type feels. And what's that other song? Fine. Like
Interesting. Okay,
like I
yeah,
feel like she would be very good for that type of
yeah.
this
Mm,
type of song, in my opinion, based on that.
mm.
So
But
I think it would have sounded pretty.
I feel like it's so like RM to get somebody who has such like a unique sounding voice like that, because I feel like it's very much like
Yeah.
vibes, tone, and things like that. Like I feel like that's what he was going for. Because even himself, he has a very when he sings, he has a very interesting tone and
It's
sound.
because he's I was gonna say he's emo. But he sings very 2000s like rock.
Yeah, and I feel like it's very heavily reliant on like, okay, this is like a like instead of like traditionally trained or whatever, like a Taeyeon or somebody who's
Yeah.
obviously like
But it would have
brought
sounded
up.
so much better, is what I'm saying. Like, great, I get the intention.
Hmm.
But if Taeyeon sang that, it would have sounded great. Also, I think it would chart really well.
Ooh, ooh. Are you saying you don't think this is going to chart well? I haven't actually looked at the Melon charts to
I
see.
looked, and it seems like nothing that came out this week is charting extremely well. From
Interesting.
what I saw on Melon.
Do you think that everything is just kind of dudding, or is it because what's currently topping is just too strong? I actually don't know what's popular right now. Oh my God, I'm so out of the loop.
Anti-Fragile is really popular from what I keep seeing it near the, like, yeah, which is, I'm very happy because it's beating Nude. Sorry.
G
um,
Idlers, get her. She right
Nude
there.
is not a bad song, but I was like, Anti-Fragile, it's better, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's
But,
fair. I actually liked it better too. But I don't
yeah.
think Nude's bad. The more I listen to it, the more I like appreciate it. I really like
Yeah.
the intro. Um, Andre says, I haven't listened to RM, but uh or I haven't listened, but RM can do no wrong. So Bob.
Exactly. Exactly.
D Walker mentions he has a song with Erica Badu on the
Yeah.
album.
He has a lot of English in that song.
Yeah. And I think it was really interesting. My favorite is the one he did with Anderson .Paak. I think it's called Still
I
Alive.
didn't get to listen to that yet.
Yeah. Very Anderson .Paak-y, very catchy,
That
very
sounds good.
yeah. Um I already know Erica pulled up to the studio with an oversized cardigan, some theater hands, and did her thing. Yeah. All right. So when it comes to RMs, I don't want to say debut solo single because technically he's had solo singles, but debut single from his debut solo official solo album, the chat has deemed it a bop. Like this is better than a day song, so you can you can rest assured that this is a success. You got it was a bop on the Sleepy Idol. Listen.
Bop, bop, bop,
Bop to
bop
the
to the
top.
top.
All right, moving on. Next, apparently my favorite group came out with a song. Also he
Oh,
went on Tiny Desk, so
oh yeah, yeah.
he looked good there.
At home,
Yeah.
from home.
So apparently my favorite group, Red Velvet,
Yes,
also
as
came
they
back
are.
with Birthday. I will let you start since you are the senior revel of while I'm just a baby. So
I will say, I listened to this like when I first woke up and was like praying that it would be the instrumental that they used for like the first teaser they used,
mhm.
and I should have known better. I should have known better. And I think that like it like skewed how I heard the song on first listen because I was like, "What the heck? This isn't it." And yeah, at first I was like, "This is it's all right."
Mhm.
But it's not that instrumental that I listened to. So then I listened to the song that actually had that. It's called On a Ride. And it was pretty
Love
good.
that song. You know what's
Yeah, it
crazy?
was a good song.
When I heard that song, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." They're referencing back to another song because I that the sample they use like down 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 very
Yeah.
very like I was like, "Why do I know where this is from?" And I thought it was from a previous song, but it's the same sample used in Build a Bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you when I
Oh.
first listened to it. I was like, it sounds just like that. And I was like, that's making me want to listen to this.
Yeah. But
And I was like, hopefully this is what they used for the title track,
mhm.
but they didn't. And so I was a little pissed. So when I listened to Birthday, I was like, this is trash. Not really, but
Not
I was just
straight
like,
trash.
it wasn't straight trash. It was just, I'm mad. So I was just like, I'm not listening to this again. But I did. After I listened to the rest of the album, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, let me go back. And I actually really like it. Actually, I like Birthday. I like the dance. I don't know. I've actually watched like all of their performances so far.
Hey,
I'm
okay.
like, I was
Stanny.
like, this is getting me back in like the Rebel Love spirit because Feel My Rhythm for some reason. I think it was because I was coming out of 2021 and I
Mhm.
was looking at my 2021 Spotify Wrapped and I realized I had like maybe like two K-pop songs. I was
Dang.
not into K-pop. I was like
Like me.
not fully. So I think I was coming out of my K-pop hibernation, and now I'm fully back, and I am back to being a rebel. So yeah, I'll be watching every single performance that they do of this, and yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah. I definitely think I do like the dance. I thought the music video was fun. The song, I just like it just was not like giving it for me. Like and probably because I really liked Feel My
Yeah, listen in
Rhythm.
your car with the bass.
I honestly did. The first time I listened
How
to it was actually in my car, like the full album the
how
first time I listened to
dare.
it. And it's
I
funny.
think it's like with the dance when they're like, I can make the beat go dun dun dun. Dun. Like I just like the way it goes, the dance. Ugh,
I just feel
I've
like
been
that
singing it
drop is
like
like
all
very
day.
underwhelming, and it reminded me
How
of another song
dare
of theirs that I also don't like, but I forgot which song it was. I should have
Queendom?
written that. Queen, no, yeah,
I'm
right.
kidding. I'm
Queen,
kidding. Because Queendom didn't
so
have a drop. I don't even remember what it sounds like.
it's beautiful. I mean, it's
I'm
so like,
kidding it.
I love that song.
I know it's not like right.
Yeah, dancing. I love those
It's
really,
my
yeah.
queendom.
This one
Something like
just
that.
sounds like a freaking carnival song or something, which I guess
I
is
like that.
apt. But like
But
on
so
a
does
ride,
what's it
but
called?
the thing is,
On a ride.
on a ride, it does, but it's so clownty that I'm like, okay, you guys really went full there. Like it is so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
this sounds so
It should have
crazy.
been their title track. I was so mad.
It
I
should
was
have.
like,
I
bye bye
It's
too. I
so
was like,
good.
bye bye.
That use of
I was
that
like, why
first
would you
release,
not?
that whatever that thing,
Yeah.
genius. So good. So good.
I
And
don't
then
know
you
why they
make
picked
Birthday the
birthday,
title track.
especially during this time of year. I think Bye Bye is more of the vibe of like December and like fall into
Hmm.
just like winter because it's like very. It's not slow, but it's like psycho. It's like Bad Boy, like where it's a chiller.
Yeah. And I feel like that use of that like that like piano piece or whatever and like how they play on it is so that 2K early, not like late 90s trend that's really popping right now. So the fact that they didn't use that is just insane.
Yeah.
Add a little harpsichord, girls, it's over. Number one on Melon. 12 packs, all right?
Mm,
9 cacks,
sad.
girls. The
They should have
album's
been
really
on
good.
the.
It's short, but it's very good, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think this one was better than what's it called? The other album. What's this other song? Oh my gosh, I just
the
said
one
it
with Feel My
earlier.
Rhythm.
Yeah, that Feel My Rhythm, that album.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that album, but like this one is more my vibe. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like the songs a lot better. Like Bye Bye was just so good.
Yeah, that was so good. What a missed opportunity. Well, maybe it could be like a Kara moment. I think they performed Mister at the Mamas, and people are
Ooh.
like, y'all better recognize this is the most influential B-side. And I think a lot of people, especially now, because it's like, ugh, senior citizens of K-pop. If you even know, if these people even know this song, Mister. I mean, I know y'all do, but y'all know who I'm talking about, the newer K-pop fans. Don't realize that there's like a whole lore about Mister by Kara where it was actually a B-side. So the song they were supposed to promote is a song called I Wanna. But then you know how like, and I think people still do this, when you come back, you'll perform your actual song and then you'll pick like a B-side to perform. That
Mhm.
was the one that they like, that was the B-side they were performing, but that
Yeah.
dance and the outfit and everything got so popular that they just started performing that for real. So I hope that can
Yeah.
happen.
Like I was hoping that too, like something where it's like they get Bye Bye or On a Ride
Mm-hmm.
to be more like popular again, like more like not popular again, but get popularity
Mm-hmm.
with Birthday. But so far they haven't done two songs like they usually do.
Oh, that's
So it's just
weird.
been they've been performing Birthday and then that's it. And I don't know if like maybe it's because like they have a real crowd this time, so maybe they restrictions. I don't even know. Like it's just weird. I was just like I'm so used to you guys like having your secondary song. Like I feel like Look was like one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and Look got popular. I feel like because they were doing it as their secondary song.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't. I don't know what they're doing this time, but they need to do Bye Bye and they need to do On a Ride.
Yeah, those are so fun.
Cause
Maybe they
yeah.
didn't want to do On the Ride because of the possible Bella Porch comparisons. I don't know how popular Build
Mm,
a Bitch was, honestly.
well, Bye Bye is still there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that would really fit with the trend currently. Just saying. But
Yeah.
that's my opinion. All right. So the poll, I'll end the poll here. And according to the Sleepy Idol, which is honestly the only thing, like whatever the Sleepy Idol deems your song, don't even look at any other reviews. Don't look at, whether you win awards. This is the most important thing. So it officially is a podcast song.
Spring. I was scared people were gonna say it was a flop.
It was 50-50 for a hot second, so I let it
I
cook a
was really
bit.
I didn't want to look at it. I was like, oh no. Cause I know some people were like, eh.
Yeah.
And I know when people say that means they think it's a flop. When they should just think, it's just it's a bop. You know? It's a bop.
Well, I think a
Think
lot of people
positive.
are saying that they haven't really listened to it yet. Rolly Princess
Mm,
says here, let me see. Oops. Says, I really like Red Velvet's Birthday. I love all the B-sides as well. I also watched all the
mm.
live performances too.
Yeah. Look at that.
Ooh.
Rebel Loves Reunite.
Also, Hakusho, welcome to the stream. Hakusho says it's not my favorite RV title,
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
but it slaps. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yep.
definitely not like when it comes to like their
Yeah.
memorable songs. I probably won't remember this one, but yeah, it's not awful. And I meant to, because I know a lot of people were asking that I add a meh option, and
You
I
should.
need to remember to add that because yeah, I feel like meh is like, flop is a bit strong. Meh is like
Yeah.
good.
And sometimes bop's too strong for how you feel.
That's kind of true. Yeah, because I
You're
definitely
like,
wouldn't call
I
this a
wasn't
bop.
really bopping to it, but it was there.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
hate it. And so it's a bop.
All right. So for the last song, Moi Voix. Moi Voix. Oops, wrong one.
RV. Again?
The Premier Kara have come back with When I Move.
When I move, you move.
Just
Just
like
like
that.
that.
I like literally was like thinking about that. I was like, oh, like what? Um
I didn't even think about that until just now.
but yes, and this is pretty much a monumental comeback because not only are we getting a Kara comeback in our good year of 2022, but they came back and performed at the Mamas. In addition to that, this is the first time we have this lineup in Kara. As I mentioned before, prior or when we first got news that they would be having a comeback, when Youngji joined the group, Kara and Nicole had left. In fact, that's the reason why they did the search, because those two members had left. So this is the first time we're getting these five members in the lineup, and I will say just off the bat, really loved it. And I love the fact that they paid homage to that very like disco we're dancing thing that they were known for by like the end of their career with like the steps and Mamma Mia and things like that. I feel like they knew exactly what we wanted and they gave it to us, and I thought it was very, very fun. I thought it was very like for the fans, but it didn't seem like not that I'm saying anyone does this, but like a cop out where it's like, well, since it's for the fans, it doesn't actually have to be interesting or anything like that. Like I thought it was fun. I thought it was good, and I really liked it. And I didn't get to see the Mama performance yet because this was just a really, really busy week, but I'm excited. I'm excited in general to watch the Mama performances in general because I haven't got to take the time to look through or watch them all. But I really, really enjoyed it. I definitely thought, like, was it their best song? No, but it's hard when you already have such a like iconic discography to come through with like a song that's going to beat it. But I just think it really much was Kara, what we know and love from Kara, while still being interesting and fun. So yeah, I think it's a bop. Thoughts?
I just tried to listen to it again
Oh,
because I forgot
let me
how
see
it
more things. Let me see more
sounded.
thing. So in
Oh
third
no no no
grade,
no! I now I know it's like when I move. Na, 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 na. So I liked it. I didn't. Yeah, I liked it. Sorry, I just forgot how it sounded.
like I said, it's
It
very like
wasn't like my
agreeable.
favorite,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
of this week.
Hmm.
But I also haven't listened to their album. Did they do an album?
Yeah, there's an album with it. I thought it was pretty good. There was the one song, dang it, what was it called? There's like this slow song on it, and I'm like, when I listen to it, I'm like, I need a pumpkin spice latte and just to go around the park with like a shawl and just be like, "Mm, love. I forget what it's called. Wait.
What do you think?
I was like, I was like, okay, vibes. But I quite enjoyed the album. I need to give it another listen because I only got to listen to it twice. Because now I like literally reserve like sampling, like doing my first couple plays of an album on my in my car because it's just unrivaled to listen in your car. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like I don't even care if you have the
because you
best
get all the
headphones.
bass. You hear
Exactly.
everything like for what it is. I also like listening in headphones, but like on my off of like my iPad or
Mhm.
like my computer, I'm like it's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just yeah. You want to be Erica? Yes. They say I want to be Erica so bad. But it was really giving like movie like scene where
The
like
Hallmark.
exactly where the main
Hallmark
character
moment.
learns to love herself. Um, but yes. Hold on, sorry. I keep moving all my pages. Okay, there we go. Um, let's see. Fortunate said it's so good, the Kara song. Andre said, okay, let's talk about When I Move. T Walker says, did not know Kara was back. I feel like they started teasing pretty early and it was like slowly like
Yeah.
information. I remember
Everybody likes to do like year
long,
long
yeah.
promotions now.
Which is just like for me, especially when I'm like, I'm not on board until I hear some music. Like I love
Yeah.
pictures, I love a good sleigh, but I am there when I hear music. Um, yes, Stacey, you should go take a listen. Andre says, I love the subtle nods to Hara with the extra chair at the table and the six microphones at the end. She would have ate. She really would have because Mama. always served looks. Like she was so pretty, and like I feel like they would put her in like these really crazy hairstyles and outfits, but she would serve. Like, oh my god, I was listening
Mm.
to I want to say, sorry, just a side note, I was listening to Chocolate Chip Cookie, which was the solo she did, and I remember people being like negative about it, but I'm like, this is a bop. What do you mean? And she looked so good in it. People just did not make sense back in the day. I feel like
Mm.
people just hated to hate because yeah, Hara wasn't the strongest singer, but I feel like she knew how to give what she was able to give. So
Yeah.
but yeah. Um Hakusho says, I'm trash, so I still need to brush up on the discography. Very happy to see Youngji accepted as part of the group, though. And the song slash Mama stage was pretty good. Yeah. I feel like a big thing a lot of people were excited for was to see Youngji being able to have a comeback because I mean she was in the group for a good chunk, but it definitely was like by the time she joined, the other girls had a career, and I believe it was like a year and a half or 2 years after she joined the group that the other members left. So it was kind of like a short-lived career, and that's so weird to have debuted in a group that already existed and then they stopped, because like what do you do at that point?
Yeah. So do I stay? Are you
Yeah.
guys coming back?
Like,
Like, do I keep your seat warm? Like, what are we doing?
what's going on here? But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. And again, I gotta go watch that Mama stage because I'm really excited for them to perform. But I was seeing positive things on my Twitter timeline, so I'm excited to take a look at it. But guys, it's time for the most important thing when it comes to any song that comes out. Yeah, you might get number one on Melon. Yeah, you might sell 5 million in 1 week. But what did the Sleepy Idol chat think about the song? So,
Flop.
guys, uh,
I'm ready to vote.
I just realized I haven't been voting in the last couple. I always forget.
Good. Because I feel like you're going to put flop for
I mean, I would
RB.
have. It's what.
How dare you?
Oh, instead of meh, if it's not a flop or blop, the middle ground, or flop or bop, the middle ground is a blop. So it's like flop, flop, blop. All
It sounds worse than
I know.
flop.
As soon as I said
It's
it,
just a blop. It's just a blop in the solar system, you know? Like, nobody even remembers.
as soon as I said it, I was like, "What is that? What are you doing, Jay?" But yeah. Um, While you're voting, let me read some more comments. Andre says, I'm just happy that Young Ji gets to promote and spend time with Nicole and Jiyoung more than anything. Still weird that the group is 15 years, but she's only been it for 2 or 3. Yeah. I mean, and that's like, I've always had like a problem. I mean, there's definitely been situations where a member has been added, uh, and it's worked. But I feel like, I don't know, there's a level of disrespectfulness, I feel, and not only to the existing group, but to the person you add, because that is a hard situation to be in, to be added to a group that already has an established fan base, already kind of has
Yeah.
like a flow and like, inside jokes and things like that, and expecting them to just assimilate and things like that. I don't know. And maybe it's just me, but I noticed that it's happened to girl groups a lot. Like, I can't really think of boy groups where that happens too much.
That they add people?
Yeah, and it specifically add people like well into the
Mm,
people's careers, or like well into them being famous, especially.
what's it? Oh, well, famous. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna like newest, I think added a person
Oh, did they?
for when they were doing like, I think it was Chinese promotions or something.
Mm,
And then it was weird because he was only there for like the Chinese promotions, and I think he left.
oof, giving AOA.
Um, and then I don't know if there's another boy group that has done that. I think they added that singing group. Um, it's like a band. And Flying.
They added someone?
They added a guy that was in Produce
Oh,
101 season
weird.
2.
Oh,
And now he's like
God.
the second main vocalist or the main
That's
vocalist or
so
something.
weird
I
that
don't
they
even.
would do that. But
So
yeah, I
they
don't
added
know.
him.
I
I
just
think those are the only two that I can think of
think
for
it's
boy
really
groups.
weird. And it's like
I
a
think it's
lot of
rare for
like
boy groups.
super iconic girl groups that's happened to Wonder Girls. And to be fair, it's kind of biased because Wonder Girls and Kara both had early lineup changes, and then later on
Yeah.
had lineup changes. And I think the early ones worked because it was before, they really hit big, they had an established fan base and things like that. So I don't mind those. Like when it's very early on, like I feel like that's fine
Yeah.
because they're still finding their footing. But it's so weird to be like, okay, we're just gonna throw this person in like 3 years into this. Like it just, I don't know. I feel like there's just a
Yeah.
lack of respect there. But yeah, for now, Stacey, we're not gonna do the third option. I'm gonna wait till I have a animation to go with it before I officially add it. So for now, we're just fop.
Dang, she was like, just so you know, I was gonna put meh. So I was waiting for that
Just
third
put
option,
that.
and now I put flop.
Uh-oh, Stacey.
Thanks.
Stacey said I accidentally put flop. Accidentally. Stacey, be
I know.
honest.
She was like, it's because you didn't put meh. Like, you knew what this was.
Hakusho says I want to suggest calling it a job, but SM's
Oh
got that
gosh.
straight
I thought
up.
dropping's better than, like, I guess popping. What is jumping? It's jumping and popping. There we go.
Which
Wouldn't it be
why?
better
Who
than
does
bop
either?
then?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say Jop is a certified bop.
Jumping and
So
popping.
Jop is above bop. If you think something's a Jop, you think it's the best song to be created. Let's make that clear.
So
Okay.
I guess bop is just meh in this case.
Well, here's the hierarchy. It's a gloop, which is just like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever heard. A
Ew,
Jop.
it sounds so nasty.
A glump. Oh my god, don't even get me into glumps. A certified glump. Okay.
That
Straight
sounds like I would
glumping.
not want any of that. A clump.
Wait, what is this tea? Hold on. Andre said, didn't they add that guy to end flying because the other dude was in the Burning Sun scandal?
Oh
Huh?
no. Wait, what? Was he? I thought this was before.
I
I
don't
swear this
know.
was
I
before.
don't know
He
the
got
end
added before. He
numbers.
got added like right after, I think,
That
produced. I think.
would be so crazy. That guy never existed. We had this guy the whole time.
You
They're like
know?
gaslighting
Oh
us. It's like, what the
no.
heck?
Dang.
Um, all right. So this car comeback, when it comes to chat, is it a flop, bop, a jop, a glop, a glump, or a glaheezy?
Ew. This is a glizzy.
Or a glizzy?
I
A glaheezy or a glizzy?
don't
And
know.
it is a certified podcast bop. That's right. The girls did it again. The girls did it again. They came back and did what they needed to do. And that's one period. And I saw them tweets where people were like, Wonder Girls, you're up to the bat. And I'm like,
I mean, they
listen.
came out first. I mean, I will say
Yeah.
years ago, but they did come back.
Also 21, we're still waiting for
No,
a
that's not
song.
happening.
Yeah, I know. YG's like waiting for
YG's
what?
like, no. No.
All right, guys. So that was the topics we had for today. But
Dang.
oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Oh, it's the open bar.
Can I add an open bar?
Ooh, you had an open bar. Let's hear it.
Itsy.
Oh my god, we don't speak
La,
up.
la, 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 la.
Oh yeah, that's
That was a
true.
good song.
Itzy came out with Cheshire. What did we think? I didn't actually. Did I listen? No, I did not listen. I remember I
Ooh.
saw the video, but I didn't click on it because I wanted to wait till I was in my car. I'm addicted to listening to music in
Oh,
my car. What did you think
I
though?
will say I like it, but I think I like Red Velvet song better.
Ooh,
And I will say I think I was listening to it earlier today and I was like, I think it's the bass. I feel like
that's not good or
JYP
good?
songs lack something for me
Je ne sais
in the
quoi.
sound that they produce.
Mm-hmm.
And like, and I realized this with Itzy for like Swipe.
Mm-hmm.
I like Swipe, but I don't like it enough to listen to it because something, it's just like missing something. Like it feels empty a little bit. And I think it's a bass. And I like was watching this person rating Cheshire and they were like, yeah, it's good, but there's like the bass is missing. And I was like, oh, so I'm not alone in this feeling that it's like
Mm-hmm.
something's just like, it just needs like a little bump in the bass. And then I think it would be it. Because it's a good dance. I like the dance. I
Mm-hmm.
like the chorus. I like everything. But it's just, yeah.
That's an
I
interesting.
just don't get as hyped as I do with Birthday.
Huh. I really like Swipe, but now that you're saying it, I guess it's not really bass driven. It's more just like catchy beat, catchy like whatever. But I'm thinking because I was thinking about how when I listened to Anti-Fragile, I was like, this is a really good song, but I feel like it would be better if it was sung. It was sung by people with stronger voices, and I
I
think
think that's another thing.
particularly when that bass line comes in, it becomes very apparent how not strong their voices is. And I think Itzy doesn't
Yeah,
really have strong voices either. So maybe it's like not and
they
by
dial it back.
yeah, because they're like, we don't want them to be fighting
Mm,
against the instrumental. And
I can see that.
before anyone thinks I'm slaying Itzy, you cannot be a power vocalist and still be good. That doesn't mean you're bad. It just means you have a certain like, area where you
Yeah,
sound the best in and stuff like
like they
that.
still sound good. It's just
Yeah.
they definitely aren't the strongest vocalists.
hmm Um, let's see. JYP can sometimes give kids bop. I mean, you're not wrong, but
I mean,
I'm gonna be a star.
there's dancing night away is
True.
literally not too Disney.
But
That
half
kids
Disney.
Disney stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I
Um.
could see like Face coming in or whatever for 2000s.
Ooh, we're
I'm
dating
like, hey
ourselves,
guys.
girls. We're dating ourselves. I mean, when yeah, I guess that probably ended sometime in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Royally Princess says, I like Cheshire and I think the hand choreography is
Yeah,
really
when they're like la la la. So I was trying to practice. I suck.
good.
It's like something like la 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 la, something like that.
They're
It's like much better when they do it. Especially what's her name?
Region,
I can't remember. Yeah, not Virgin. Well, no,
Yeji,
it probably looks cool when she's doing it. But what's her name's in the center?
Leah.
I can't, Yeji.
Oh, okay, Yeji.
Yeji.
Okay, yeah. She I mean, all like I really like them. They're really fun. I always say this, but I feel like if
Yeah.
I was a bit younger, they would probably be my ultimate bias because they're just so fun, and I feel like they give a really cool like vibe, and just like their choreography is always like really really good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, anyone else
I
have?
also like
Oh,
the foot thing they do. They do another part with the la la la's, but it's like with their full body. It looks very goofy, but I like it because it goes with the way that it sounds.
I need to watch it. Yeah, I don't know why I did not click on the video when I saw it. Well, yeah, musically wise, I wanted to wait till I listened to the car, but I could have watched the music video.
Mm.
But yeah, any other open bar topics from chat or otherwise? I think I had. Do I have anything that I like skipped over because I did not really see? No.
Why so serious? Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah, I don't think I saw anything. Has
bam.
ooh, Princess Royally Princess says, has anyone been watching DK's TV Ramyun and Chill? Any thoughts? So I was gonna
What's
say
that?
something about how you brought up the ops, but I'm actually very interested in watching that. So it's basically
Oh,
their version of like
I think
Singles
you were telling me about
Inferno.
this.
Yeah. And what really caught me is that it's very similar to Singles Inferno, and I guess a lot of K Korean style like entertainment where they have like the thing happening, but then they have a panel that's reacting to it.
Oh,
Yeah, that thing that they do. That's so interesting. But
I find it so. That's whenever I see that, I'm always scared they're gonna do that thing where it's like multiple angles of the same scene, and I'm just like, I've seen this scene 5 million times in the last minute. Please stop.
that is
We
so
all are
funny.
shocked. We get it. You're shocked. You're shocked. You're all in the same room, so we can all be shocked together. Like, please.
Oh gosh, that is so funny. It's so like a benchmark though of like Korean variety though when they do that. It's
Yeah.
like it would be weird if you didn't see it. But yeah, two of the people on the panel are Megan Bone, aka Chani Muguk
Oh
Saram,
yeah, you told.
Imira,
Yeah.
and Briss Life, Briss X Life.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you were like, how did he get
I
there?
was like, where's this filmed?
And he's still uploading because he
He,
uploaded about Red Velvet.
I was saying, people love him or hate him, and I know a lot of people did not like him, for a while. I really don't know how
Yeah.
people feel about him now. He
He
is
seems like he's in it for the
consistent.
long haul,
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
yeah.
say, to think that he happened upon K-pop because he just randomly decided to react to a BTS video, and it's led him to like literally meeting Jungkook, like being, no, recognized by multiple idols,
Mhm.
interviewing a lot of different idols and things like that. That's pretty crazy. And I feel like what I think as like a creator, the consistency, like the fact that if you
Yeah.
he like basically reacts to everything, and like, say what you want about reaction videos. They're not really my cup of tea. It depends. But the fact that he'll like react to everything people want him to, he's like, whether it's something that will get him like 20K views or 100,000K views or whatever, like, that
Mhm.
like keeps a lot of dedication and a lot of just love for what you're doing. So I feel like you gotta
Yeah.
give it to him. Not fortunate saying who.
No. Good. You don't need to go on that side.
I was gonna say we're the only K-pop channel who need to know, so good.
Yeah. I feel like the only reason I go into reaction side of K-pop is when I like a song and I'm like, I need other people to hype it up. So I need to make sure all these reaction channels are up here saying good things about them. Because if they're not, then I'm like, "All right,
You gotta
you're
report their
canceled."
channel. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is what we want on YouTube. Like, are we sure? Let's report it just in case. But
They're
yeah.
lying. This is harmful. Like,
I'm gonna try to get back on Twitch. I say that like it's a chore. It's just that Twitch the site stresses me out. I don't know why. I just feel more chill when I'm streaming on YouTube, but I feel like maybe that would be interesting to react to the panel reacting. But yeah.
oh gosh. Oh no. Meta. It's like Inception.
They sue us. I'm like, no. But yeah,
oh no.
let's see. Um, yes, Andy. First of all, hello, Andy. How are you doing? Andy comes through with a banger comment. DKDKTV, the number two K-pop podcast channel. True
Yes.
facts.
Yes.
I'm just like, disband already. Like, look at the clock. You guys have been here too long. Like, stop it. But yeah. So, we also Andre's letting us know CSR
oh yeah.
and Very Very got their first hearings.
I didn't know who CSR was until this happened.
Oh,
And then I was like, who?
CSR
But
is
then
that
I
a boy group?
realized that no, it's a girl group and they're under the same company as Ailey. And
Oh.
so like I was like I went to listen to this. I think it's Love Emoticon? Lovicon? Something like that. It's pretty cute. It's a cute song.
I feel like
Yeah.
oh my god, they're babies.
Yeah.
Okay, Libra. We love. Oh, there's a Taurus too. Two
Oh.
Tauruses.
Wow. Powerful. You know what? I'm standing.
That's all it takes. You're astrology girly now. Um, they're I love their like vibe. It's very cute, young, fresh. I'll check them out. Um, or if you do, they have like give us some recs. If you guys throw a chat or a group you want us to check out, make sure to throw some recs in the chat too. Um,
I think Very is a boy group.
oh, then never mind.
Pretty sure.
Just kidding. Just
Wow.
kidding. We kid here. We have fun. We have fun. Oh my God. Karma. I
That's
almost knocked over
rude.
my cup.
Good. It's blasphemous what you did.
Check out Batiste, BTS. They're new. I've never heard of that group.
Bouts. It's
Um,
Bouts. That's a
Bouts.
short version of Bouts, you know?
Ah, okay. Yeah, I never heard of them.
Who's that?
But I won't check them out. I'm just kidding. Uh, oh, Kay from Lovelies is signed to that label too. She was
oh,
my queen
Very
for the
from
longest.
Jellyfish. I haven't heard Jellyfish in like 500 years.
It's been 84 years. But
Honestly.
it's just like, yeah, I gave a bunch of shout outs. I need to listen to new music, and I feel like I'm too old and crusty to truly know where to look to find the gem. Sometimes YouTube will be doing some heavy lifting. Sometimes I'll just throw a group on. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
But
I usually have to go through like what songs came out this week,
mm-hmm.
and then it's usually a group I've never heard of. That's how I found 10. I never would have looked them up my entire
Mm-hmm.
life, but they just came up, and I was like, "Ooh, good song." And now it's the rest is history.
Now you're officially dropping XO for 10.
How dare you? I would never.
Like, don't even
I mean,
play.
Kai is still my number one song, so
But 10 is creeping up, girl.
no, no, not
Um,
yet.
Stacy says, "Where's Dean though?" I don't know, but he had two songs on my top 100, which I was surprised about.
Wow.
Yeah, because I don't really
Did
listen
he
to.
come back
No,
this
they
year?
were old songs. They were old songs. It was Pour Up
Okay.
and he did a song with Eric Bellinger. I'm sorry, no, I'm not sorry. That's
Oh,
it.
actually,
Uh-oh, okay.
Suzu's coming back with what? Oh wait, I think.
Okay,
Wait,
Alex,
no,
dust off
they're
your
coming back.
chains.
Suzu.
Who's coming back? How many are there? No, I have this idea
All
that
of
they're
them.
like, not a group, but apparently they're like still very tightly knit. So,
Suzu.
ooh, yeah. NCT Dream is coming out with a weekend
Yeah,
Christmas theme mini album.
I was like, of course. Just give this to EXO. They are the kings of.
Oh, isn't that so sad though? Like an end of an era because they used to always release a Christmas album, which honestly, that's a
I
lot to do a new Christmas album each year. But like, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, but that was their thing. They just do one song.
They're like, no,
I think like what's that song? They have a song that's popular, and I saw that it was like on Melon Top 100
like it's
because I was
old.
like, oh, it's Christmas. That means they're coming back
Oh,
a little bit.
it's my turn to
What
cry.
song
내가
was it?
할게요. Thank you.
No, not that one. I don't
이제는
think.
가지 this time. I will say what you want about EXO, but they know how to get their ad libs done. Between
First,
Chen,
no,
Baekhyun, oh, I don't even like that song.
but I think like it's popular in Korea, so
Um,
I think.
you know what song should be popular? Dun 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 dun
Yeah,
down down.
unfair. Honestly, their last album, that's their best Christmas album. And it literally doesn't sound like a Christmas album. It just sounds like something you'd listen to in the fall. But
That's so true.
it's a good album though.
That's so true.
It's so nice. That's an album that I can see you just sitting there with your pumpkin spice latte and Starbucks, just be like listening.
Dun, 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 dun.
Like the whole album's so good.
I wonder where this crazy world will take me.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Dad,
Yeah, I'm excited for the NCT Dream thing.
it's not your dream, Dad. I mean, it's not my dream, Dad. It's yours.
Oh gosh, that's literally that Lindsay Lohan movie
Wait,
that
wait.
just came out.
Oh, I need to
You know,
watch that. The one, the Christmas one.
yeah, I just watched it like Friday. It was like, what is this trash? But I'm still watching it because Lindsay, come back. You're doing well.
Oh wait, they're remaking Candy. That's so
Is that what
cute.
it is? The remake? I thought it was just called Candy.
Is it the do no 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 no? Is that Candy, right or no?
That's
I was like Candy.
is that Candy?
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought that was isn't that called something else?
The do no 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 are you?
Yeah.
No, it's
They just
Candy.
that one's called Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've
They
been.
just did a reversion, not reversion. They uploaded a
Oh.
high
Mm-hmm.
definition version of that, like I think just this week. So maybe that's.
Mm. Oh, what did y'all think of Boa's comeback? Did I listen to it? I did listen to it.
I didn't listen.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't
Because
even know she came back.
we were going to do it last week, but we ran out of, or the week before, but we ran out of time. But I listened to it,
Ooh,
right?
this looks nice. I feel like all our videos always look nice.
Okay, I have to make sure I add that to the docket because I like to write notes just so I remember, but I don't remember. And that's not a slight on Boa to say it was boring or anything. I just have a bad memory. But we were supposed to do it last
Oh,
time, but then we ran out of time. But
is it Forgive Me?
I'll make sure. Oh, forgive me. Okay. Oh, we should have. Did it? Everyone's saying it was a bop.
I
Okay, it
feel
is
like a lot of her
HOT's
songs are
Candy.
bops.
There's going to be a Broadway K-pop musical. Did when
Yeah, yeah, we talked about that, and well, did we? I talked about
we
it to
talked? Yeah,
you,
I was gonna say we talked about not
and
on stream.
I showed you the performance. Oh gosh, with what's his name, Kevin?
Oh yeah,
Is
Kevin
it
from
Kevin?
he looking like he was born in 2000. Okay,
Everyone
Scan.
else on that stage was not. So, I'm so
Lord, please
sorry.
don't.
Some of those people, I just my whole thing was just like they need to not make it sound like it's Broadway. And there was one girl that was in there that was like, "Whoo!" And I was like, "Girl, we get it. We're on Broadway, but you're also doing K-pop, the musical. So let's keep it in that realm.
Yes.
Let's not go too far.
You better
We're
be
going
their
too
vocal
far."
coach. Yeah. It looked the thing is, I would go see it, but I know Broadway tickets are like $600 and
But it's K-pop the musical, so is that gonna
I
be
mean,
that
I feel like
much?
a lot of people will be anticipating it because people are like K-pop is popular. It's a
After seeing that
musical.
performance, will they?
I mean, it wasn't a bad
I'm
performance. The
sorry,
song just wasn't very
it wasn't that
catchy.
bad.
But
Broadway. Let me
I don't
see
know.
tickets.
Sometimes when I think about it,
Oh gosh, what are we doing?
I'm trying to give main character energy.
I want to see how much the tickets are.
Do you think the stars know they're stars?
No.
Oh, should we
Do I think
reenact a
they know that they're stars?
should we reenact a romantic Christmas scene from a Christmas movie?
No.
Hey,
What?
I didn't.
Santa, I know
It's not
him.
romantic. Santa would not be in a romantic Christmas movie.
That
Okay.
is a romantic Christmas movie. He falls in love in the end with
With
Zoe Deschanel.
what movie? Oh, is this Elf?
Yes.
Sam, I know him. I know. Okay, I
Yeah.
know. Okay. Okay, so we were childhood friends and we're meeting up for the first time. Don't be disgusted off the I didn't even finish
Sorry.
the prompt. So we were childhood friends and
It's a prompt that we're doing.
we're meeting up for the first time. We're having a high school reunion, and the last time we saw each other was when you stood me up at prom. So now we're meeting.
Why am I standing?
So now we're meeting back up, and we're seeing each other for the first time. Oh, I don't leave. Don't you dare. Hey, come on. Come back. Okay. I grab you by the neck. Come back. Oh, wait, that's come. Come back. So this is
Oh.
also a Star Wars franchise. So come back here.
No,
Hey,
I'd rather not.
um, I didn't think you would make it.
I didn't. Who are you?
Oh, of course you wouldn't remember me. The dumb girl you stood up.
I've done that to a lot. So which one?
Why are you a bad boy? Why is this happening?
I mean, you already made me stand you up. I'm already a bad boy from that moment.
Oh, I should have figured I wasn't the only one you asked to the dance.
Oh no, no. Which dance? I've been to plenty. This is the problem.
The Sadie Hawkins dance.
Oh.
Okay, maybe you were the wrong person. Maybe I don't know who you are. Wait, those headphones. Those are the ones I gave you when we sat next to each other on the bus back in 2009. You
I
did
walked to
remember.
school. I walked to school. I don't know what you're talking
I threw them out of the window while I was riding the bus. And I said, Here, I think you need these. You do remember. You're so mean. I'm just literally trying to have a
It's
moment.
a Debbie Ryan impression. You will stop.
You did remember.
Ew.
You did remember.
Oh.
Thank you. Anyway.
And scene.
You literally fought the whole scene. Did not play into your
Well, you
character.
made me a bad boy. I was like,
You
said I stood
bad boy.
you said I stood you up, so that automatically makes me a bad boy.
Yeah, but you were supposed to say something like, I've been waiting 15 years to tell you. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the fact that I didn't come. I drove by, but I was just way too scared to say how I really feel.
You almost sound country.
I was just way too scared to say how I really feel. And I swear, every single day while I'm on the toilet, I think about what I would have done to see you one more time or something like that.
And that's poop on your face.
I would have pooped on you so hard. Actually, this is
Like, why am
somebody
I
might be
thinking
into
about on the
this,
toilet?
so we'll stop. We'll stop here. Somebody might be into this.
Oh gosh. I mean, I always think of. You ever seen Not Another Teen Movie?
That's the one. That's the one with Chris Evans, right?
Yeah, and there's like his sister was like talking to like the main girl's brother's best, like one of his best friends, and she was like, I just want some guy that would just, like love me and like poop on my chest or something like that. And he was, the friend was like, that's disgusting. No one would want to poop on your chest.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I feel like 10-year-old me was like, this is hilarious. Iconic. Like, I gotta remember this whole entire scene.
Little then did you probably know that that's actually like a thing, like a kink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Andy. I don't know what Jazz be watching.
You should watch this. That movie is hilarious. When there's like a scene, the girl's like name is Janie, and like friend was like, you should sing a song with her name in it, and he was like, okay, I know the perfect song, and he's like sitting on the bleachers, and he's like, Janie's got a gun.
Oh my god.
Run away. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, and they're like running away, and like somebody tackles her.
So who would sing that though if they really were concerned? Would just break out into song with that.
But my thing is, why would you even sing that song? Just because her name's in it.
True. That's true.
I need to rewatch that movie. I love that movie. Oh gosh. Also, tickets are not that expensive for the musical.
Oh, how much are they?
65 is the cheapest.
Should we have an on
and
location?
Then 136
is
the most expensive.
Sleepy Idol meetup.
Oh.
Or on location
Oh,
Sleepy
gosh.
Idol. Like we'd be like, hey guys, we're here live at the. Actually, we probably can't even bring cameras in, so never mind. Andre says, reading the review that caused a stir for the Kpop Broadway show. Apparently, the critic from the New York Times made some racist remarks. Yikes! I knew somebody was gonna say something like off kilter when I saw that the majority of the songs were in Korean. I was like, somebody's gonna be like, I can't understand this.
Oh yeah, because it was like fully in Korean. Mm-hmm. Well, not fully, but like some of the song was like Korean.
Most of it was, if I remember properly. Yeah, the one that they sing in GMA.
That does make it hard to understand what's happening, I guess. But like
it
that
does,
shouldn't
but
be...
it's expected because that's a K-pop thing. And
one I was like, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Go in thinking like I'm gonna understand everything.
Yeah, because I feel like it's fair because a lot of K-pop fans, I mean, feel what you do about what you will about it, but don't understand Korean, but love it anyway. Yeah. So I feel like that's very like it keeps the spirit of at least a lot of international non-Korean speaking K-pop fans, enjoy their K-pop. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so. Y'all don't have to go home. Like, I swear I'm not sending you home. I'm not putting you in an Uber and sending you home. But you gotta get the heck out of here. It's come that time, guys, where we all do our last shots, call for the last round, because the Sleepy Idol is officially closing for today. I would like to thank everyone for relaxing, chilling, and hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday evening, Monday morning, because for us, it is actually currently Monday. LOL. But yes, and of course.
Oh my gosh. I'm serious. What time it is?
Adapting to the fact that this is a bit of a different time than usual. But it's nice because I feel like when we have different times, we get to see new faces or faces that we haven't gotten to see in a while. So again, thank you everyone for hanging out. Before we go, I want to ask Jasmine, any last words? Anything you want to share, promote? Defame.
Just not another teen movie.
Not another teen. That's right. Watch not another.
Chris Evans, one of the first roles I've ever seen him in, and it was funny.
Was that when he had the hot dog coming out of his butt or whatever?
Wait, what?
Okay, maybe that was a different movie. What do I be watching?
Oh, you think when he had a plunger
No,
on
he
his
had like
butt?
a. Oh, was it a plunger? He
He had
had.
a plunger on his butt. Like he put like whipped cream on
Yeah, that
him.
was a plunger.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I thought
it
it
was
was
like
a
I think it was a
hot
plunger on
dog.
his butt.
Okay, y'all
I
can.
think hopefully my brain didn't like maybe it censored it for me. But I thought it was a plunger.
I swear. Okay, maybe it was a plunger. Because now I'm thinking, how would that hot dog stay? That must have been some very
And that's a
gripping.
long one that you could
Unless it was.
sorry that you see it
Was it
as
in
he's
his?
walking away.
If it was in his.
I guess yeah.
Do it in
I like
his.
how we're thinking about
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
logistics
say.
of this like
We're like drawing out diagrams. It's like, so if we
like it's not
put the
possible.
hot dog in this angle, with the centrifuge. I'm just kidding. So
No.
yeah, again, I will say my only thing is like, stay tuned to my Twitter. I'll probably pop on Twitch and things like that a couple times this week. Also,
Ooh.
I hope everyone.
Genshin?
Not Genshin. I think I'm retired from a Genshin player. The thing is, and I was
Oh.
telling you this, Jasmine, when I was talking about like how weird, like how like I don't believe my Spotify playlist, because there'll just be eras where I'll find a song, be super obsessed with it, listen to it nonstop for like a
Mm.
week, and then never listen to it again because I'm over it.
Yeah.
I do that a lot for like everything in my life, and games is one of
Yeah,
them. So I'll be
I do that.
super yeah, I'll be super obsessed,
Yeah.
and then like I'll just be like, like, and I think part of the reason why Genshin, I really like the community, but I have stopped playing it for so long that like the community, like
You're
it,
like behind.
yeah, I'm very behind, and like
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to like a Genshin
Yeah.
subreddit, and that used to be my favorite thing to go into, but now I don't know what anyone's talking about
Yeah.
most of the time, and it's really like not upsetting, but it's really just sad. But yeah, um,
That's me with TFT.
yeah, it's just like once you, good morning. But yeah. Oh, Andy says, "Oh, I'm like that, which is why I have to pace myself so I don't get tired of things." That is a great idea.
I can't pace myself, so
True.
I like self control. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So I need to work on that.
yeah. And also, Andre, thank you. Yes, if you loved the stream, guys, if you had a good time, don't forget to like the video, because that just shows me and YouTube that, you enjoy the content that we produce. But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will catch you. You know which side I'm gonna go next time on the sleepy idol. See
But I
ya.
keep not facing the right way.
See ya, everyone. See you next time. Bye.